Apologies for them being a little disorganized tonight, but yeah, a little disorganized. Yeah, just give me one. I'm almost done. I'm just finishing up, getting some stuff set up. Alright, sorry about the few drop frames. I guess it's just my setup. I am running a lot of windows at once, so actually I'm going to close these down. Yeah, I'm running a lot of windows, so that's probably why that's happening. So yeah, just give me one more second, and I'm almost ready. Hopefully it's not dropping too many more frames. Alright. Sorry, just again, one more second. Alright, I believe we're pretty much good to go. Question mark? Want to make sure I got a few final things in. Hey, Shivis. Yep, I'm starting in just a moment. I'm just finishing up one last thing. Alright, I think we're good to go now. Alright, so, hey everyone, it's 112 here, and tonight we are going to beat, at the very least, the main game of Mega Man X8. That is my goal. There is more to do after the game, but we're going to start with just beating the main game. So, hey Ninja. Alright, let's do this. Oh, by the way, I hope my sound's alright and everything. Hey, Yokai friend. Alright, so we're almost done with all the 100 medals. We only have like 12 left. Yeah, alright, we're almost done. Let's do this. Let's just jump right in. Mega Man X8. Nope, we're actually at the very end. We only have a couple of fortress stages left. So, yeah, I'm finishing the game tonight, actually. I'm not sure if we'll get all of the X8 achievements due to something that I'm going to... Yeah, dude, streaming this game is so fun. Yay, the good 3D one, exactly. Welcome, Socks and Sandals. Alright, so yeah, as you can see, we're almost done. We have like 2 stages left, essentially. So let's just jump right in. Let me see if I can develop any more chips. Alright, so we're gonna quickly grab 3 life bottles. Or 2 life bottles, I guess. I guess we can only have 2 of them. And I'm gonna grab the weapon up. Yeah, I'll grab weapon converter 2. I actually want weapon converter for both. Alright, and then weapon up +2. Alright, that works. Yep, we're at the very end. Let's do this. Alright, let's start with the gateway stage. Also, last stream I said, but man, I wish I could play this. Oh, you actually got X Legacy Collection 2 last week. Dude, congrats. I hope you enjoy these games. Alright, like normal, we are going to start with using the Icarus, or not using any of the OP armors. Like, we're not going to use the Ultimate Armor, Black Zero, White Axle. That being said, if I struggle enough, like if I get a game over like 3 times, I'm just going to use the Ultimate Armor. So let's go with X and I think I'm trying to think if it's Zero or Axle. Let's go with Zero for this. Alright, and I'm going to want Lair for a reason you will see very shortly. What are my thoughts on 20XX? I love that game. It is
something evil in here.
It is
Sigma. Everybody be careful.
20XX is probably my favorite roguelike game I've ever played, and I'm not really into roguelikes. So, yeah, that definitely tells me something. I love that game. Wait a second, we already have a boss door already? I wonder why. Well, as you can see, yup, it's time for a boss rush. So, the different thing about the boss rush in this game is that you can actually kind of see what bosses you'll be facing depending on the color of the capsule. Like, for example, as you can see, there's a green capsule, so we'll be facing Bamboo Pandemonium in here. See? Enter the Gungeon's pretty decent, but I'm not too good at like, general roguelikes. I just... I did see Hades got nominated for a couple things, but... I haven't really played it, so I did not vote for it. For Game of the Year, I voted for Animal Crossing. Alright, so anyways, Bamboo Pandemonium is weak to Melt Creeper, so let's use that. I did not mean to use Giga Crush, but okay, I guess that works. I meant to use Melt Creeper, thank you. Let's... Ouch. That's true, so I've heard. I might check it out, but we'll see. I do not want to get hit by his projectiles. I don't own New Horizons, but I've played the game a couple times when other people switch it, so I generally get a good idea of what the game is about. Ow. Ow. Okay, I took a lot of damage. That's true, the platform placement in the capsule room can get a bit annoying. Also, as you can see, that is a new generation Reploid, actually. So, there's a little bit more context as to how we're fighting the bosses again, because they're new generation Reploids. So, that's kind of cool, actually, that they gave the extra context. Alright, I need to... Yeah, this is what O was talking about. The platform placement in this room is a little stupid. Alright, so let's go in this white one. Alright, so it looks like we're facing Avalanche Yeti, who is weak to Gigabolt Man-O-War's weapon, so let's just use that. Alright, so that is going to be the electric weapon. Thunder Dancer. I meant to choose Thunder Dancer. That's true, mainly because I haven't played it. You're absolutely right about that. If I played Hades, my opinion of it might have changed. But, I don't know, I actually, even though I don't own New Horizons, I can totally give credit that the game is really, really well done. I love how he can do that. Alright. Oh no, he's using his overdrive move. Oh, that's bad. That's very, very bad. Ooh, thank you. Thank goodness for the Icarus Armor's, head parts. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I'm hoping for that too, okay, Fern. I know. What else is in the running? Also, for context for the viewers watching, the Game Awards is going to take place next week, I believe, on the 10th. And by the way, we will be streaming the Game Awards. I should probably mention that. It'll be instead of our Wednesday stream, we'll be streaming the Game Awards on Thursday. I'm trying to remember what else is in the running, actually. I think Ghost of Tsushima is also in the running. Let's go with this black one for now. Alright, Dark Mantis, whose weakness is Optic Sunflower's weapon. Alright, so that is... Was that... Yeah, it was Shining Ray. Of course I missed. That... Come on. Take that. Yeah, I'm surprised too, honestly. But I heard Ghost of Tsushima is really cool. Alright, can I seriously land hits on Dark Mantis, thank you? Really? I'm surprised, because I remember this game was actually pretty... I remember people talked about this quite a lot for a PS2 game. That is... okay, Fern, it's spelled T-S-U-S-H-I-M-A, if I recall. I gotta dodge this frickin'... I don't even know what to call that attack, but... Yeah, that attack. Oh, come on. Okay. Oh. Oh, that was a bad idea, because now I wasted my... Yeah, okay. I need the health pickup badly. Yeah, that was... I did not expect Hades to get nomination either. No, Among Us is not going to win the Game of the Year award. If it's not even nominated for anything, there's no way it's winning. Like, they're not going to do that. That's a little much. Oh, you made a meme out of it. Fair enough. Alright, Gigabalt Man-O-War, who is weak to Earth Rock Trilobite. Wait, how the hell am I going to hit frickin' Crystal Wall with this? Let me use 0 for this, actually. Which... I'm trying to think of which weapon, is from Earth Rock Trilobite using 0. Was it Enkujin? No. Maybe it was... No, it wasn't Hyoshiru. Was it just... I don't know. Well, alright, I guess I'm gonna use 0 for this, though. Because I have a feeling it's gonna be pretty annoying otherwise. Oh, okay, actually, I think the jumping slash was the right answer. Oh, jeez. Alright, get out of here. Most nostalgic games to me are Mega Man 10 and Castle Crashers. Those are some good, like, WiiWare era games. Man, those were the days. Those really were the days. Yeah, the jumping slash is definitely his weakness. Whatever that's called, I honestly can't remember. Ow. Oh, okay, I did not mean to dash there. Alright, I'm pretty close to... I'm gonna have X take over for this. Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna jump next to him. Alright, take that. Alright, take that. There we go. Mega Man 64 and Super Mario 64 DS. Those are some good games. I actually recently beat Mega Man Legends for the first time. That game is excellent. Alright, let's see. Good. Oh, I just realized I should have gotten that for 0, not X. Alright, that was big dumb moment. Alright, alright, let's go in this yellow one. Who are we fighting? Oh, Optic Sunflower, alright, so he's weak against Bamboo Pandemonium's weapon. So, okay, sure. So that's gonna be Green Spinner. Okay, where the heck? Take this. Oh. Okay, he's gonna shift the battlefield again. Take this. The Flamboyant Flower, yeah. You didn't know 98% of the games? Wow. Alright. Fair enough, though. Okay, I keep missing. That seems to be the running theme of the stream so far, is that I am not good at aiming. Ow. That's fair. To be honest, I'm not really sure how much percentage, Oh, okay. Okay, this is not good. I am taking way too much damage. Okay, get the hell out of here. I'm not really sure how much percentage the Game Awards gives the fan vote. I know that there is a category for fan vote, and personally, for that, I voted for Ori and the Will of the Wisp, because that game is so fun. I made the same mistake again. I did not give the health to 0. Alright, I gotta do it this time. Against, oh, alright, it's against Burn Rooster, so we'll be using Avalanche Yeti's weapon. I know, Doom. I haven't played Doom Eternal, honestly. I'm not too into first-person shooters, so that's... Nah, it won't. Alright, so we gotta use, Avalanche Yeti's weapon, which is Drift Diamond. Which is OP, by the way. I love Drift Diamond. Yeah, I gotta heal Zero next round, seriously. Take Drift Diamond. Of course I missed. Oh, that's actually pretty cool. Alright. Okay, we're doing well against Burn Rooster. Uh-oh, but now he's gonna use his... Is it called an EX attack? I'm not really sure what you're supposed to call that. Now he's gonna summon these two flame vortexes. Now he's dead. Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna get... Remember, I have to get Zero the health power up, because he's pretty low on health, actually. Overdrive? Okay, that's fair. For some reason, I don't know why I kept calling it EX attack. I think that's what they're called in the Zero series. I'm just gonna let X heal himself for a moment. Alright, so now, let's go with this orange one. Alright, who do we have? Right, Earth Rock Trilobite. The last Maverick we faced starts. So he's gonna be weak to Squeeze Bomb. Yeah, this is Zero series. I thought I was actually just playing 04 earlier. Alright, so we're gonna use Squeeze. Oh wait, I don't wanna be playing as Zero. I wanna use X and I wanna use the Squeeze Bomb. Which is very slow. Remember to heal Zero. I know, I got it. Ow. Alright, so now he's doing this attack. Okay, yeah, seriously, Squeeze Bomb is really slow. I just realized. I love how he scurries across like that. That's hilarious. I also like how you can kind of knock off his shell like Armored Armadillo in X1. That's a really cool touch. An island gaming simulator. That is the best description of Animal Crossing New Horizons I've ever heard. Yeah, it's true. Alright, there we go. Yeah, I heard Final Fantasy VII Remake was pretty amazing. Alright. Let's jump up here. Grab that. Alright, I don't think we have that many bosses in the boss rush left. Is it? Alright, I think it's just this one, actually. Alright, let's go in for the purple one. I believe this is going to be Gravity Antonian. Yeah, alright. That's true, and it is like a three. It's how many parts is it going to be? At least I know it's at least 3. All right, so let's go with. Do they even announce how many parts Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be? I don't know. All right, we're using Shadow Runner. Shadow Runner's so good. Uh-oh, he's using his overdrive attack. Yeah, and what just released is not the whole game. Oh, come on. Thank you. Okay, now he's definitely... Uh-oh. I remember this attack was pretty painful if you got hit by it. Oh, jeez. Ow. Yep, okay, that was not fun to get hit by. There we go. Dead. Yeah, it does explain a bit. I just realized I have an unused key attack. Oh, actually, it's going to be useful. You'll see why in a minute. Alright, well, there's our boss rush.
Get out of there. Please make it back okay.
Thanks, Slayer. Alright, yeah, we gotta move, although I am quickly going to grab these. Oh yeah, we gotta move because the freaking place is falling apart. Alright. Uh-oh, now the floor is falling. That's not good. Dash, dash, dash. Wait, now this looks like a boss door. Wait a minute, warning? Something's not right. Uh-oh, it's Sigma himself.
I shall allow you to call me by that name, for I am indeed Sigma.
That's a really weird way of saying, yes, I am in fact Sigma.
You plan to take revenge on every Reploid, every human in the entire world?
Well, he did do that for the past 7
You're
games.
completely mad. I'm putting a stop to this right now.
Again, past 7 games, or 9 games if you count the extreme
Put a
games
stop
on
to
Game of
what?
Color.
We already control the moon.
I shall control the moon!
That old world has decayed and rotted. I will usher in a new world to replace it. But before that, X, perhaps it's time for our final showdown. Bring it on!
Alright guys, here we go. Final showdown against Sigma himself. Alright, so I actually forgot what his weakness is. Give me a second. Alright, what was it? For some reason, I literally cannot remember what Sigma's weakness is. Hang on. Oh, it's Shadowrunner. Right. There we go. Oh no, Sigma's back. Yeah. It's Sigma. I never would have guessed. Alright, yeah, Shadowrunner is the weakness, so we're using that. And thankfully, we have two, and we actually have 2 sub-tanks, so that'll be nice. I do not want to use this. I want to use Shadowrunner. Uh-oh. Alright, let's use a double attack. Or I can miss. Get out of here. What do you think Sigma's real name is if Sigma's a nickname? I don't think Sigma's a nickname. I think that's just the name of Reploid. Dash, dash, dash. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the clip. Appreciate it. Alright, we're doing... Uh-oh. Overdrive attack time. Alright, now we can't touch the floor. The floor is literally lava. And he's dead. The floor is lava. Wait a second. That's not Sigma. That's a new generation Reploid. That wasn't the final boss at all. You tricked me, game. Kappa, I knew this was gonna happen, but still.
Mission accomplished.
That's fair, Sucks. Well, unfortunately, that was not actually the final boss, and also, I guess the fact that it wasn't 2 phases should have clued you in on that too. You know, considering it's... Sigma's always had a second phase in literally every game, so that also is a decent indicator. Alright, we're gonna buy some retry chips, because we are going to need it. Spoiler alert. Alright, let me see. Can I get any more life ups? No. Ooh, I would have really liked to get that one. Alright, I'm thinking Sigma's real name is Jay McCain. Back to the role in data room, exactly. If it's not Sigma, where's the real one? We'll see in a minute. I'm half considering grinding, because I actually think a +2 on 0 might be useful. Although, I'm not really sure who I want to bring into the final boss. Maybe I should bring in Axel instead. Alright, here's what I'm gonna do. Let's watch the cutscene first, but I'm gonna actually grind. I'm gonna do one of those stages with the intermission stages.
I'm picking up multiple Maverick signals on the moon's surface. What is this?
I think it's Sigma.
Oh, gee, I wonder why you think it's Sigma, not anyone else. What do you mean, how can you
I
tell?
can sense it too. It's him.
So you're saying that other was a copy?
Seems like it.
There's not. Oh.
Well, this
Well,
is
besides beating the game.
Sigma, I'm coming for you.
Come for you.
Here we go, hunters. Let's move out.
Alright, so, spoiler alert, this is actually the final level. I'm not joking or anything. But, yeah, I'm gonna do an intermission stage real quick because... Just because I want to get a few more medals. I want to get Zero's health up a little bit. And then we'll go to the final stage. I really want to, I'm going to bring in Zero for the last level, so yeah, I want to get the life up +2 for Zero. That's going to be pretty essential. But see ya, Sox. That's completely fair, because this will be the final level, but once I finish the intermission stage. Ah, okay, that was just me being really, really dumb. Give me that. Yeah, it's there. Oh, dang it. I just want like 4,500 medals. Is that so? Ow. Yeah, it's completely fair. Whether you guys tune out for this or not, I completely understand. Thank you for dropping by regardless. Like, seriously. I really appreciate all you guys stopping by and hanging out whenever I stream. Like, no need to apologize if you want to avoid spoilers. Will I do speedruns for X4? Probably not. Ow. I mean, I like to think I'm, like, above average at Mega Man, but I'm not that good. Like, I've seen people speedrun this game. They are so much better than I can ever be at this. Like, seriously. Like, look at this. I'm already almost dead. That's kind of a problem. Alright, now I am dead. Nice going. Alright, I don't think that's enough for... Alright. Yeah, I'll retry it again, actually. I just want to get, like, 4,000, whatever it was, to get the second health chip. And then we'll go to the final stage. And regardless, we're going to have to grind for chips anyway, just because one of the achievements requires a lot of grinding, which I'll explain later, but... Yeah. Actually, I think the Burn Rooster stage might be the better intermission, now that I think about it, so... We'll go to Burn Rooster after this. Because this is not getting us that many medals that quickly. Ow. There's that frickin' crab. Yeah, that crab is annoying. Ouch. I beg to differ on that hitbox thing, but alright. Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna go to... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna die here just because I just want to go to Burn Roosters because I'll get medals faster. I'll get a couple more from here, and then the next time the crash goes up, I'll just die. Because I'm not getting that many medals. Alright, let me just die. Alright, there we go. Oh, actually, I just realized, is the stream correctly named? Hold on. I literally just realized that. Like, what's the stream name right now? Because I just realized I might have changed it and forgot to change it back. Yeah, we're going to select. Let's go to Burn Rooster. Okay, good, perfect. Because I thought I changed it for some reason. I didn't want to, yeah, I know Palette. And I just wanted to make sure it was correct. Oh yeah, this is so much better. Excellent. I just want to make sure it was called that, because I was just testing some things out before, and I didn't know if I changed it back or not. That would have been really bad. So hopefully we can get 4,500, which seems to be getting pretty close already. Ooh, that's quite a lot. Yeah, this is so much better for grinding medals. Although there is a better method, which I will show off later, but for now I just want to do this. This is normal mode. In order to get one of the achievements, or two of the achievements actually, you have to beat the game on normal. For a reason I will say in a minute. Oh, 1 second. Sorry about that. Alright. Yeah, like I said, you do have to... Oh, jeez. That was bad. Oh, whoops. I almost died there. Alright, we have enough medals, but I'm gonna see how much longer I can go, and then we'll go to the final levels. Alright. Oops, sorry about the lag there. Ooh, yeah, a lot of frame drops for music. Uh-oh. Ooh, that was close, that was close. Oh, yeah, where am I? I lost track of my character for a moment there.
I can still fight.
What? 0? Oh, okay. Well, that could have gone a little better, but whatever. Alright, there we go. Now we're going back to the R&D lab. Perfect, alright, now I can get that one last upgrade to 0, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, let's go to the chip dev, get life up +2, and we're good to go. Alright, I'm gonna save here. Actually, yeah, I'll get weapon bottle half as well. Alright. Save. Alright, and let's go to the last level of the game, guys. Looking forward to this. Alright, Sigma Palace. Defeat Sigma, the cause of this whole situation. We are bringing in Icarus Armor X and Black Zero. Or, not Black Zero, I meant to use regular Zero. Hold on. Because I'm trying not to use the OP armors. There we go. Zero. Alright, and, yeah, let's just bring in Aelia for this. Alright, Sigma Palace, here we go. It's on the moon!
Can you hear me, everyone?
Oh, Sigma's blocking the signal. Alright, well, looks like we're going at this alone, then. Shout out to the Icarus armor. Spoiler alert, by the way, this level is really difficult. Like, this is easily one of the hardest final levels in the entire... Not even just the entire Mega Man series, the entire... Sorry, not even just the entire X series, the entire Mega Man series in general. Like, this level can be downright brutal at times. Yeah, exactly. Thanks for the clip. Ow, come on. A ride armor? Vile in a ride armor?
So, you still refuse to give up your struggle, huh?
I thought we killed you like 5 times.
Are you so blind that you've somehow convinced yourself that hope remains?
Well, kind of.
As long as I'm standing, there's hope. I'll defeat both you and Sigma.
Oh, hi, Vile.
I suppose it'd be a waste to just destroy you now. Maybe I'll wait till the last possible moment and have a little fun with this.
Alright, well, time to fight Vile. Alright, so we're using Drift Diamond. Oh, actually, wait, I forgot. We have to knock Vile off the... We have to knock Vile off first. Actually, I'm pretty close to dying, so... I'm gonna let Zero take over for this. Yeah, this is already not going great. Oof, alright, yeah, I am taking a lot of damage here. Jesus Christ, man. Okay, why am I taking so much damage? Wow, alright, well, Zero's dead. That's kind of a problem. Seriously, I am taking so much damage. Alright, yeah, this is already not going well. Really? Alright, well... Alright, that was terrible. Let's try that again. I'm not even gonna use a retry trip. Like, I'm just gonna go back to the R&D lab and try that again. Because that just went terribly. It was a terrible first start. That's what I meant. Like, freaking the final stage of this game is absolutely brutal. I'm gonna try a couple more times just as Icarus Armor and Zero, but again, if at some point I am gonna switch over to the ultimate armor because I don't wanna waste too much time on this final level. Very taking damage there. I'm just gonna switch over to Zero and let X recover that.
Go for it. Leave it to me.
Yeah, this level is really cool visually. I can completely agree to that.
Good luck. Got this one.
I'm gonna let Zero take over for a minute. Ow, come on.
Go for it. Leave it to me.
I'm trying to be pretty conservative because I don't wanna lose too much health. Alright, there we go. That's much, much better. And that's true, it is the moon. Alright, Vile, let's try that again, please. At least we get to listen to this sick theme. Alright, Drift Diamond. We're using Drift Diamond. I'm losing a little too much health here. Get out of here. There we go, got him. Goodbye, Vile. I was much better than the first time. Alright. Let's switch to Zero and let X recover, and I actually want to explain something real quick. So, if that was hard mode, believe it or not, Vile would have actually come back and basically taken the person who you were playing as. So you basically would have been forced to play as only one character for like almost the rest of the stage if you played on hard mode. It's rough. It's very, very rough. I cannot even believe I did that once, and I'm never ever doing that again. Alright, so now as you can see, now the new generation Reploids can turn into Sigma, so that's kind of a problem. Yeah, hard mode would have made this ridiculous. Come on, Sigma.
Go for it. Leave it to me.
Take care of these Sigmas. Yeah, now it's time for the damage sponge. Now it's just a bunch of, like, a copy Sigmas. I love how it looks like they're doing Hadokens. Okay, this part is really stupid. Like, look at this crap. Like, that is some ridiculous platforming right there. I think there's a health power-up up there, so I'm gonna get that for Zero. Oh yeah, I'm gonna heal Zero and let X heal right now. Yeah, this part is not fun. It's just, there's a lot of instant death spikes, and it's really easy to die, and yeah, it's not that fun. Alright, so now we're fully healed. Let's keep going.
Your turn. Leave it to me.
Like, look at that. How are you supposed to know that there were spikes right there? Seriously. It's parts like that I really just do not like. Like, how was I supposed to... yeah, that part is stupid. That part is really, really stupid. Alright, well, there's one of our retry chips gone, I guess. Yeah, I do not like this part. It just takes a ridiculous amount of time, and there's, like, so many instant death spikes, it's ridiculous. all these Sigmas take so many hits, too. Yeah, I do not like this part at all. It takes so long, and the spikes are so annoying. Yeah, that should be a new term for off-screen spikes. So hard to get that jump correctly. Hold on. There we go. Let me charge this up. Forget that. Actually, wait, I don't even need that one because I'm already at full health already. Alright, let's get rid of that guy. Oh, jeez. Thank God. Alright, there we go. Now we have... Go down here. Okay, that's a bottomless pit. Now this part was also really stupid. Alright, I'm gonna be a little quiet here just because this part is really, really tight with the platforming. Like, it's really unforgiving. I remember this part especially being really stupid. Thank God. Alright. Alright, I gotta go over there. Like, look at this stuff. Look at how ridiculously precise you have to be. It's dumb. Alright, well, this is the final hallway, so beyond this door is the final boss. I really would have liked to get past here without using any retry chips, but... C'est la vie. That was not first try. I did die at one point, so... I do not get the moniker of first try there. I'm sorry. Alright. Let me just look at one thing. One sec. Alright, I actually forgot what his weakness is. That's true, on the Mega Spike section I did do that first try. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, well, time to climb these steps. Very Castlevania-like, actually, and... let's fight Sigma. Skills, thank you. Here he is. Ooh, you are not looking good, Sigma. You are not looking good.
Welcome, Maverick Hunter. It's good to see you again, X. Our meeting was fated, X. Our destinies come to a head right here, right now.
That they do.
The time has come to usher in a new age, and you, X, are an essential part of it. Your dedication to what you refer to as justice is what first got me thinking.
That's true, it was very
I
Castlevania.
realized the imperfection of this world and decided I must change it.
Nice callback to X1.
Don't blame me for your insanity, Sigma.
Well, to be fair, actually no, if anyone, Zero and Dr. Wily are to blame.
It's
What is it, man?
The gears are in motion. There's no turning back.
You know, in retrospect, the gears are in motion kind of reminds me of Mega Man 11. I know that doesn't make any sense considering this game came out in 2004 and Mega Man 11 came out in 2018, but kind of a fun line in retrospect.
My children were the ones, X. The new generation Reploids were the ones.
Yeah, referring to them as your children is weird,
My
dude.
children are responsible for the development of space, mankind's life.
Well, technically, NASA and whatever the Soviet Union's Space Force was, technically was the first space development, or I guess that doesn't exist in this world.
Children? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm with you, X. That does not sound right. Yeah, Double
The
Gear,
Jacob
exactly.
Project, the program that gave birth to the new generation Reploids. It was all my doing. The world that was birthed by that plan rightfully belongs to me.
Well, even if you did come up with the Jacob Project, that doesn't necessarily mean the moon belongs to you. You can't own the moon. Sigma's a dad. That sounds so weird,
You will be
man.
destroyed along with the rest of this decayed world.
Alright, final boss time against a very weird-looking Sigma. I don't actually know the name of this Sigma. I don't know if he has a name, but yeah, alright. I actually don't know what his weakness is, so... That's gonna be kind of hard. As far as I remember, though, the Sigma battle isn't too bad. His attacks are decently easy to dodge, and we do have several sub-tanks, so that's nice. I shot the wrong way, that one. Alright, I'm taking a little too much damage here. Alright, yeah, I'm taking a lot of damage. Uh-oh. Ooh. Thunder Dancer? I'll try it. Oh, whoops. Forgot I gotta use 0 there. I'm gonna let X recover for a little bit, actually. Oh yeah, this part's annoying. I don't know why I suddenly switched to the Z-Knuckle. Okay, no, stop switching to Z-Knuckle, please. I want to use the Z-Saber. Ooh, yeah, that's bad. Okay, jeez. Alright, doing okay. Ouch! Okay. Ooh, okay, Zero's dead, that's a problem. Alright, I'm gonna use Thunder Dancer and see if that works anything. Oh, that seems to do a decent amount of damage. Doing... Sorry, someone was calling me. Oh yeah, it's definitely Thunder Dancer. Oh jeez. Come on, dude. Can you die? Dude, seriously. Oh, dang it. Alright, that's unfortunate. Thank you, I appreciate it. Alright, well, for some reason, and I didn't want to use a sub-tank there, but... was it really... I thought it was Thunder Dancer. For some reason, it wasn't really working on that last phase. Maybe I had to break his shield or something? Yes, the Sigma battle isn't as bad as some of the previous ones, but it doesn't mean it's, like, easy. It's not easy. It's still Mega Man, so... Oh yeah, I'm taking way too much damage. Okay, yeah, I'm taking way too much damage. Okay, geez, I'm doing terribly. Oh great, I don't have X, so I'm kind of dead. I think I actually might... Okay, there we go. Right, Zero actually seems to be doing a decent amount of damage there. Ow. Dude, seriously? Alright, really? Okay, come on. Alright, overdrive attack. Okay, really? Dude, how do you... Okay, yeah, I'm doing terribly. Come on. Yeah, this is not good. The problem is that if I lose all my retry chips, I have to do the whole stage again, so... I hope I don't have to do that. Yeah, I was doing really bad though, so Alright, honestly, after this, I'm just gonna use the ultimate armor, because I want to get past this. Alright, let me switch to Thunder Dancer. Actually, no, need Zero for this. Really? Oh, come on, dude.
Your turn.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time dodging those ring attacks. Come on, dude. Alright, I'm gonna try charging it. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, that did a lot of damage. Oh yeah, switch to Zero.
Now you're in for it.
Of course I missed. Get hit by my double attack. That did a decent amount. Oh, come on. Oh, jeez. Alright, this is not good. X is almost full, though, which is good. Ah, dang it. I need to get a good shot on him. Come on. Why am I? No, I meant to use freaking. I don't know why I did that. I meant to use what did I just say? Thunder Dancer. There we go. Oh Jesus. All right, screw it. I'm using this up tank. Come on. I'm so dead. Dang it. Oh, alright, yeah. Oh, what is the weakness then? Like, cause I'm failing pretty miserably. And I also wasted a life bottle, so that wasn't great. Like I said, if at this point I might just switch over to the ultimate armor. Shining Ray? Alright. Should have figured. Alright, with this information, I'll probably give it one more try with... Actually, no. I'm just gonna use the ultimate armor, honestly, at this point. Because I just want to finish this. But I won't use the Nova... I won't spam the Nova Strike unless, Okay, yeah, that's definitely the weakness. I won't spam Nova Strike, unless I, like, get really stuck. Yeah, you're right. That is definitely the weakness.
It's all over.
Alright, Zero, your turn.
Now you're in for it.
Alright, let's see. What weapon do you get? Oh, Tanusha? Alright. Great, I missed. Okay, I keep missing. Alright, this'll do a lot. There we go. That's doing a fair amount. Ow. Alright, that's your turn. Yeah, I should use Shining Ray. Whoops. Get out of here, Sigma. Jeez.
Impossible. How could you? You couldn't destroy the old world. New age.
And we're dead. Or not, we're dead. I meant Sigma's dead. And that's it. That is it for Sigma. He is dead. He never appears later in the series. So that I guess we really did destroy Sigma that time. Finally. The final blow. Thank you. Hmm? Oh, hi, Lumine.
Oh, Lumine. Are you okay?
Am I okay? Of course. Now that you've defeated Sigma, I suppose you're satisfied. Thanks to you, the plan has gone smoothly.
The plan?
But Lumine, weren't you just used by Sigma?
Used? I don't think so. You see, he merely helped my plan along.
Uh-oh.
The new generation Reploids have been awakened, and the new world is at hand.
Uh-oh. Yup. The game's not over yet. We have one more boss to defeat. Versus Lumine. Alright, so we're probably not gonna win, but Lumine is actually a really special boss. For multiple reasons. So essentially what Lumine is gonna do is he's gonna... You see those orbs that he's circling? He's going to use them. And whatever he uses, that orb, is essentially he's taking on that Maverick's power. So for example, right now, he is taking on the power of Earth Rock Trilobite, which means that Gravity Antonion's weapon of Squeeze Bomb is going to be the most efficient way to defeat him. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to show this because... Oh, actually, there we go. I was like, it's not really working that well. Alright, so which one is he using now? Alright, so he's using Avalanche Yeti, so therefore Burn Rooster's weapon of Melt Creeper is going to be working. So yeah, this is a really, really cool idea for, like, a boss fight. Also, I'm just going to quickly use Giga Crash. Get out of here. Oh, whoops. Alright, so right now he's using Dark Mantis, so therefore, Optic Sun, so Shining Ray is going to be it. But yeah, it's a really cool idea for a boss fight. I actually really like this. Alright, so Gravity Antonian, so therefore, Dark Mantis' weapon of Shadowrunner is going to be more. So yeah, it's a really cool idea for a boss that I almost wish was used more often. What is he using? Burn Rooster? Alright, so therefore Avalanche Yeti. Let's see. Yeah, this team is really good, I agree. Let's see, where's the... Okay, Drift Diamond. Dude, really? Alright, so I think he's using Optic Sunflower, so... Yeah, okay. So, therefore, Bamboo Pandemonium's Green Sniper is gonna work. Ouch. Okay, well, I'm dead, so that's a problem. Okay, well, now Luminae's dead, so that's good. Yeah, it's true. It's kind of like the Doc robots in Mega Man 3.
Lumine, what are you doing? Don't tell me you've gone Maverick too.
Maverick? You don't really think that's the case, do you? That's why you can't finish me off, right? You don't have it in you. Copy chips we new generation Reploids possess, they were derived from data from hundreds of old model Reploids. That means, of course, that Sigma was also included in the mix.
Uh-oh.
Do you understand what I'm getting at here?
Yeah, it means that we really shouldn't have even messed with copy chips.
Copy chip? Sigma? Does that mean that I'll go nuts like he did?
Sorry, but prototypes like you don't have the specs to cause something like that.
Well, that's a relief. Axel probably won't go Maverick. Remember what I just said right now for later.
Besides, was Sigma really crazy?
Considering he's ready to take over the world 7 times and cause genocide, yes.
He rebelled against your world, but he had his reasons.
No, he
The
didn't.
rest of us new Reploids could turn like that at any moment.
Well, that's a problem.
This decision to wage battle against the old world was made consciously. In other words, we possess the power to go Maverick at will. X, do you really have what it takes to stop us? You're merely tools of the humans, tools of the old world. You think you can stand up to those of us who have evolved this far?
X, do not hesitate now.
The world is changing. Therefore, it's only natural that evolution take its course. Now line up to be exterminated.
Huh?
Don't let him get to you, X.
Yeah, Axel, there we
He's
go.
the enemy.
Enemy, ally. This issue isn't so black and white.
It does, but I'll explain that later,
Reploids,
oh.
along with humanity, have irrevocably changed. The nature of their existence has also changed. You are not needed in our new world.
Yeah, Zero.
Babble all you want. But we're not gonna let you get away with this.
Yeah, there we go. That's the Zero I know. Alright, time for the true final boss, Luminae Phase 2. So yeah, Luminae is actually the main villain of this game, and the main final boss, so he gets the 2 phases. Unfortunately, I'm probably going to die here because I have very few health left. I don't know if I respawn at this phase. If I do, I have a chance of winning, but otherwise, yeah, I'm probably dead. Yeah. Anyways, final boss time, Luminae. Now, unfortunately, this phase of Luminae doesn't actually have a weakness. So you basically just have to use whatever you think will work best. Like I said, I'm gonna die here. Well, no, there is actually, I know this one, there actually is no weakness for this one. You basically just have to use whatever you think works best. So, alright, here we go. Oh, I have to do the first phase again? Well, that's unfortunate. Alright, well, I better get this right then. Alright, using Optic Sunflower, so... let's see. Oh, wait, no, I was using Trilobite first, so... In that case,
Taste destruction.
yeah, Trilobite's weapon did a lot. Alright, what is he using now? Oh, Avalanche Yeti. Alright, so that's... Alright, I think he's using okay, yeah, he's using Avalanche Yeti, so, let's see, where is Melt Paper? Really? Okay, that did nothing. Alright, now he's using Optic Sunflower. Oh no, he's using Dark Manus. Alright, so that's Yeah, this boss can actually get quite tough. In fact, I might actually die here, which would be really, really bad. At least when he uses Trilobite, I can just spam, what was it, friggin' Gravity Antonian's weapon, Speed Bomb. Oh, no, that's not Trilobite, that's Antonian. Alright, so we're using, what is it? Shadowrunner. Alright, I'm doing terribly, dude. Yeah, I'm probably gonna die here at this point, honestly. Alright, so... Alright, using Optic Sunflower. So actually, I'm gonna switch to 0. Dude, I beg to differ. Come on, dude. Dude, I'm failing miserably. Alright, he's using Bamboo Pandemonium, so therefore Burn Rooster. Oh, great, now Zero's dead. Alright, Thank you for using Trilobite. Alright, so we're gonna need, you missed not much. That's true, you don't have to do Sigma again. Let's see. Let's go with... Oh, sorry, it's Trilobite, so therefore Antonian's weapon, so... Squeeze Bomb. Dude, really? Burn Rooster, so therefore Avalanche Yeti. Hold on. Avalanche Yeti's weapon is, Drift Diamond. This is not good. Oh, jeez. Alright, so... Gigabolt Manowar is weak to Earth Rock Tree. Oh, I can't even use that. I'm not taking damage from that, I beg to differ. I'm so dead. We're definitely using I'm dead, yep. Alright. That's fair. Alright, so anyways, that did not go well. So as a result, I am going to use the Ultimate Armor. Because I've beaten it normally before, but I just want to move the stream along, so... Let's use Ultimate Armor and Black Zero. I guess we'll get to show off what this does. Because as you can see, we basically have to do the whole stage again. Wait, do I even have I don't. Alright, so what I'm going to do then is I'm actually going to reset the game real quick. And, yeah, retry chips to run out. So I'm going to... That's why I saved before the final boss. So that's why I can just reset to when I had the retry chips. Alright, so let's continue. Yeah, I'm using this. Alright, Fate Select, Sigma Palace. So essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Ultimate Armor to try and get back to, I'm going to use the Ultimate Armor and Black Zero to essentially get back to where we were, and then we'll just do the final boss like normal. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. At least we have retry chips now, which is nice. So essentially, I guess this will be a good time to show off the Ultimate Armor. The Ultimate Armor is pretty OP. It's very unlike either the Hermes or Icarus armors. And it also has the Invincible Nova Strike, which essentially destroys like almost every enemy. Again, I tried not to use this throughout the game, but I do want to move the stream along at some point, so I'm just going to use the Nova Strike. So... There we go. So yeah, as you can see, the Nova Strike basically kills anything in like 2 hits, about. So it's pretty OP. I'm just gonna switch to 0 for this part. So yeah, the Nova Strike basically kills everything in like 1 hit, except for bosses, in which case it kills it in 2 hits, because they are required to do their overdrive attack. That's just because of the way the game is programmed. So yeah, so we can't kill every boss in 1 hit, but we can kill them in 2 hits. So it's a nice consolation. Again, I really tried to do it without the Nova Strike because I know that it's so OP. But at this point, I just want to kind of beat the game and move on. So yeah, I'm just gonna use the Nova Strike to get back to the final boss area, and then I'll just and then I'll do it normally, just to move things along. With that. And yeah, the Nova Strike actually does have the plasma shot of the 4th armor, which is pretty cool. Like, I really like that touch in particular. Hopefully I can do this part without dying. That would be nice. I knew that was going to happen at some point. Dang it. Alright, let's try that again.
Ready.
And as you can see, if you fail at that part, you have to do this part all over again. So yeah, this part of the level is not that fun, I will be honest. Come on, dude! Alright, this is just ridiculous. Yeah, I will admit, I am not a fan of this final level. At all. Yeah, exactly. Normally I would not skip these Sigma dudes, because they're pretty powerful and can knock you back, but at this point I just don't care. I just want to get past this part. Like, seriously, it's getting a little absurd. Alright. Please let me just get past this. There's that part. Thank God. Alright. Finally back to the final boss. Yeah. Like I said, I will use the Nova Strike on just Sigma and then Lumine, phase 1, and then I'll do it regularly. I just wanna beat the game at this point. It's getting a little absurd. Alright, so let's get back to Sigma. I guess it'll give you a chance to see how OP the Nova Strike is. Again, I have actually beaten this normally before, but it took me a long time, and I really don't feel like bogging down the quality of the stream just because of it. See, as you can see, that's how powerful the Nova Strike is. It's powerful. Alright, so we're gonna switch to Black Zero for this. Of course, I missed the Nova Strike that time. There we go. Alright, so now he's gonna use his overdrive attack. Yeah, it's ridiculous. There we go. Yeah, the Nova Strike is really OP. That's why I try to prevent myself from using it, but at this point, I don't really care. It makes pretty much every part of the game a joke, and it removes any challenge, so I only use it when I just get, when I'm just kind of done and I want to move on. It is pretty cool, yeah, I agree. Now watch how fast it destroys Lumine. That being said, if I didn't miss. And it does have a pretty long recharge time, so yeah, don't miss. I guess I'll just use Squeeze on here. Maybe this time I won't miss. Okay, I guess I did miss that time. This is... Alright. Come on, dude. Can I please not miss? There we go. Thank you. All right, let's go to Illuminate Phase 2 and let's actually do it correctly. All right, I'm certainly gonna let Zero do the first part so I can have X recharge some health. Yeah, it's half his health bar. It's OP. It's really OP. All right, final boss time for real. And I won't. Again, I'm not gonna use the Nova Strike unless I like get down to one retry chip essentially. First of all, let's knock off a bunch of his health using the double attack.
Let's do it.
That ought to do a bunch of damage. All right, Zero, you're taking over now. Yeah, I do like that one. I'll be using Kyoshiru for this. Oh, geez, Zero's dead. That's not good. Alright, let's see. Alright, now it's gonna go in reverse. Alright, we're doing well, we're doing well. We have 2 sub-tanks as well, so we should be good to go for this. Alright, we're doing well. Alright, this attack is annoying. Let's see if Just Time does any better. Alright, yeah, sub-tank time. Alright. Almost got him. Alright, ready for this? This is overdrive attack. Paradise Lost. If I recall correctly, you have to beat him within a certain amount of time, or else the game literally just ends. Like, it's game over. Okay, come on. Come on. Alright, yeah, I gotta be fast here. Screw it. I don't care. Just oh no, I think I died actually. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, you have to be careful. Alright, I'm gonna use Nova Strike at that point. I don't really care. I just really want to get past this. Alright, let's try that again. I don't know what his weakness there is. Alright, that'll be a good way to starve off some health. Yeah, that final part is not good as X. Oh, he's almost dead, so. Come on. Yeah, I'm not sure if he has one at all, really. Okay, seriously, how are you not dying? There we go. Alright, next part. Right, the Maverick weaknesses aren't that hard to forget. Yeah, I don't think he has one in phase 2, so let's try that again and hopefully not fail. Alright, this final boss is really difficult, admittedly. This is easily one of the harder final bosses in the series. Alright, good timing. Alright, good. I just want to be done with the game at this point, or at least this part of the game. Oh, what? Oh god, I actually fell off the edge. Alright, that's not good. Yeah, Zero's Yoshiru did a lot. I really hope I get it on these next 2 tries. Please.
Come on.
Alright. That did a lot. First. What button? Yeah. I do like the idea though of a boss that continually changes weaknesses. That's such a really novel concept. All right, phase 2. All right. Phase 2. Whoop.
You've made me angry.
Oh, that's doing a lot of damage to Zero though is the problem. Yeah, one-winged angel. No! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, dude? How did I fall off the edge again? Alright, that's... Alright, I have to get it on this one. Because I really do not feel like doing the entire level over again. This is annoying. Yeah, alright. I'll get it on this one. I know what I did wrong. I basically Nova Striked off the edge, so I know how to fix that now. So I'll just Nova Strike the other way when something like that happens. Yeah, exactly.
Taste destruction.
Come on.
It's useless.
Come on. There we go. Hey, I almost did it legitimately at the very least, so I'll take that. Alright, let's do this correctly this time, please. Yeah, I agree. Alright, that's gonna do a lot. Alright, there we go. He's almost dead, so... Alright, now he's gonna do his Paradise Lost attack. Or he should be doing it pretty soon. Come on. There we go. Yes, you did, Mega Man X15. Welcome. Alright, so now he's using Paradise Lost. Now I just need to hit him, like, once, and he's dead. So... I should be able to do this. Do it, Zero. Okay, screw it. I don't care. Get out of here. Dude, why aren't you dying? Dude, really? Why, dude? Dude! What? 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 Alright, well, I'm dead. You have to break all 5 shields? Alright, well, I guess I know that for this time. Dang it. Alright, guess I'm doing the whole level again. Yeah. I will probably say this is my least favorite level in the game, just because, yeah, it takes forever. There really should have been another stage at Sigma. Like, come on. Yeah, the shield thing is stupid. I agree. Alright, well, let's use Ultimate Armor. Black Zero. Honestly, at this point, I don't know. I find it a little too long. Like, especially with the stupid instant death part. Like, there's so many points where it's just instant death, and in this stage in particular with the spikes, and it just irks me. The worst part about all this is that I actually came really close to doing it once. Like, I almost won one time. Yeah, there's so many spikes in this level. Like, it's a little ridiculous. Alright. Get out of here, Vile. Alright. Yeah, dude, Vile's not halfway through the stage. Not even close. Oh. Here. Grab that. Go down here. Got that. Die, please. Please don't die at these spikes. Oh, jeez. Jesus! Alright, wait, hang on. Yeah. Alright. Jesus! Alright, come on, dude. Alright, there we go. Jeez. Go down the next little spikes. Literally above you is the end of the stage. Yeah, I know. Alright, let's try this again, and hopefully we can actually beat Lumine. I really wish there was like a permanent checkpoint right here. I feel like it would have made this a lot easier.
Welcome, Maverick Hunter.
Give me a second
It's
to
good
load up my
see
notes
you
again. Hang on.
X. Bring it on!
Right, give me 1 second. I'm just bringing up my notes again. Alright. Alright, Sigma. Yeah.
It's all over.
Now you're in for it.
By the way, remember when I was talking about how about halfway through the stage, Vile would grip your character in hard mode? Well, you would get them back midway through the Sigma fight. Yeah, it's pretty mean. Like it's difficult, man. There we go. Yeah, exactly. Like I really wish there wouldn't have been a live system, or just this would have been a separate stage, because this is way too long in my opinion. Like, it just takes a ridiculous amount of time. Alright, Lumine again, yep. Alright. Of course, it'd be nice if I didn't miss. Really would be nice if I didn't miss. But of course I missed. Alright. Dude, really? Yeah. Stage is too short without the bosses, and with the bosses it's way too long. Like, there's not really a middle ground, and it's annoying as hell. Get out of here, Lumine, please. Alright. It's phase 2 again. Hopefully I can get this to work. Alright, let's do this. Thankfully, Nova Strike right there takes off a bunch of the health already. Alright, there's more of his health. Alright, so now I just gotta deal with this. This attack. Alright, so now he's gonna do his overdrive attack, so I'm gonna charge. Alright, let's see. Let's see if I can take out all his shields. Oh, there we go. Finally. Ugh. Okay, apparently it was 3 shields. Get out of here, Lumine. Alright, we'll consider that a legitimate victory since I did each individual part without Nova Strike. Screw that.
You may have defeated me, but it's too late to stop what's already begun.
I'll take on plenty more like you if that's what it takes.
You really don't have a grasp of the situation, do you? Oh well. You'll find out soon enough.
Achievement unlocked. It's over. Once and for all. Which is what we get for just beating Lumine on normal. Oh, actually, before we continue, I should mention that you cannot fight Lumine on easy. If you play the game on easy, the game just ends after you beat Sigma. So, there's a little bit of trivia for you. Yeah, that face is terrifying. Thanks for the clip. Appreciate it. Axel, I really don't think that's a good idea. Uh-oh. Ooh.
Axel.
Ooh, that's not good.
X. Status report.
No, he's not dead.
This is X. Axel has taken damage, but he's fine.
He's not dead, he's just, yeah.
We're headed back now.
Yeah, exactly.
Awakening. That's how Lumine described it.
On the controller, actually.
He said this was evolution. If he's right, then what are we doing?
Yeah, nice Phineas and Ferb reference. The Disimpervator Inator.
I bet you've been thinking about what Lumine was saying a while ago. Well, don't let it get to you. Just becoming Sigma could hardly be called evolution.
See, there I agree. Yeah, Lumine's dead. Axel's not.
Anyway, X. Even if we Reploids are destined to join the scrap heap when that evolutionary step does come about,
The Axinator.
we still have to fight, not only against Mavericks, but against our own destiny as well.
Oh, I see what you mean, yeah. Alright, well, that was Mega Man X8, Paradise Lost, as the game itself calls it. So, first of all, this is easily the best game in the X Legacy Collection 2. Like, by a decent margin, this game is the best one. This game was released in 2004, and there is a lot to love about this game, seriously. Like, I really love for the most part, I love the level design. I actually really like the redesigned characters. Like, X-Zero and Axel look really, really slick. Like, the graphical look of this game is great. I think even for a PS2 game, it looks pretty good. Has it aged as well as something like, I don't know, the first Mega Man X? No, but it still looks really cool. Like, I don't know. X8 is a pretty good game. It's good. It doesn't... X8 is not as good as X1 through X4. All of those games, in my opinion, are better than X8. That being said, to round out the back half of the series, game is great. Game is really fun to play. I enjoyed playing as the 3 different characters. I love the Mavericks. I love the weapons. The only things I didn't like are the final level is too long. It's just too long, and it's really, really annoying. And I don't like Gigabolt Man of War stage. But every other stage is either decent to really fun, especially stuff like Burn Rooster, Optic Sunflower. Those stages are great. I think the game overall is definitely worth playing. Fun fact, actually, this is the first time Mega Man X8 has been re-released. Before this, the only way you could play it is on the PlayStation 2. You would have to have a PlayStation 2 disc. But obviously now it has been re-released on Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, which is available on Steam, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and Nintendo Switch. And yeah, the retry chips are annoying. Seriously, the retry chips aren't good. Oh yeah, there is a PC port as well. But it's never been re-released. Like, it hasn't been re-released on, like, PS3, Xbox 360, Wii. Yeah, the X8 is on PC. The only game that wasn't on PC was X2. PC not via Steam. But, yeah, X8 is... I really wish it did get re-released more, because this game does not get enough love. It's fun, honestly. If you have the PlayStation 2 disc or the original Windows disc, boot the game up sometime. It's a great time. Or obviously, if you have Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, just play it via that way. But, yeah. Now, unfortunately, this is the last Mega Man X game that has been released. It is currently the final game in the story so far. There have been other games, obviously. A couple of months before Mega Man X8, there was an RPG called Mega Man X Command Mission that's pretty good. I have played it before. Oh, that was for GameCube and PlayStation 2. Thank you for playing. And there was a remake called Mega Man Maverick Hunter X for the PlayStation Portable. It remade the very first Mega Man X game. Capcom. And, of course, there's Rockman X Dive, which is the mobile game. So... with news of Luminae's going Maverick reach the ears of those in power, it was decided that all new generation Reploids with copy abilities still in production would be cancelled, and the manufacture and use of copy chips would be terminated. However, with the development of space in full swing, the demand for these advanced new generation Reploids has not dwindled. Years later, production and copy chips once again resumed despite the advice of those who had studied their history. There should be a space between the and advice. Humans and robots living together in harmony and equality. That is my ultimate wish. Dr. Thomas Light, creator of many robots, including Mega Man X. Achievement unlocked. 2 achievements, actually. We got Awakening which is what you get for beating X8 without using Rookie Hunter, and the Saga Complete, which is what we get for beating X5, X6, X7, and X8. Yeah, I should do my save here. So, anyways, yeah, clear. There we go. That's Mega Man X8. Ooh, the Navigators. The chicken replacinator. Alright, so let's quickly take a look at what achievements we unlocked, since we did unlock a couple of them. As you can see, we got the Saga Complete, because we beat X5, X6, X7, and X8. We got Awakening, which is what we get for beating the game on normal or higher, which cannot be earned as Rookie Hunter. And It's Over, Once and For All, which is what we get for beating Lumine's second form. However, we are not done with X8 yet. There is more to this game, because we have 3 achievements left in X8. And this is going to suck. I am not going to mince words. This is going to suck. So, essentially, to get the rest of the achievements, we need to unlock the rest of the upgrades for all of the characters. So, yeah. We essentially need to grind out the rest of the characters. So now we're in New Game Plus, so essentially we get all of our abilities back. Alright, let me just use that. So as you can see, our health is at what it was before. And we can, well, obviously we don't have the armor parts and whatever, but we have all our upgrades essentially. So yeah, what we're gonna do is first we're gonna beat the intro stage again. And then we're gonna be grinding for a while. Alright, see you Mega Man X15, thanks for stopping by. So yeah, we're gonna be grinding, to say the very least. And I'll show you guys how to grind in this game, but it's almost absurd the amount of grinding you actually need to do in order to get anywhere. So yeah. Alright, let's quickly get past this and okay, let's get past the intro stage. Thanks, Ninja. Appreciate it. Now, there's a specific place, thankfully, that you can go in order to grind all this out, but yeah, it's not gonna be fun. There is, but it's really hard to get. I think you need to I think you actually need to get all of the top rankings in Optic Sunflower stage. Ground Scaravitch is X6, dude. Alright, so now we're playing a 0 again. I swear that it's not in Ground Scare. It's not in Earthrock Trilobite stage. I was about to say Ground Scaravitch is X6, my dude. Alright, so I guess we'll get that metal thing in I messed up. I guess we'll get that that unlockable in Earthrock Trilobite level. Because we do actually have to beat that again. Just to grind for a little bit. All I need is Crystal Wall? Alright. I wonder if I already got it actually. Alright, so first of all, let's actually focus on beating the main stage first. Let's focus on beating this first.
My analysis is complete.
So yeah, technically you can actually go through the entire game within New Game Plus, but we're not going to be doing that. Like I said, we're basically just going to be grinding for the rest of X8. That all we have to do at this point is just get a bunch of upgrades. Yeah. You can, but that's not that helpful, honestly. Like, I don't know, I don't find those 2 upgrades super helpful to getting, you know, to getting all the the shop items that we need.
This is Alia.
Yeah, I know, Elliot. I don't need you right now. I don't really care about taking damage right there. Alright, go through the door. This is a health upgrade right over here. Here. Thanks, Jivis, I appreciate it. Alright, thanks, Zero. Yeah, this part was part of what I was dreading. This is gonna be just a giant grind. Alright, let's deal with this stupid boss. Get out of here.
Let's do it.
Yeah, metal generator takes forever. That'll do a lot of damage.
Here I come. Your turn. Leave it to me.
And double attack. Oh, whoops, I missed. There we go.
Let's do it.
Get out of here. Oh, he's not dead yet? There we go, now he's dead. Alright, nice. Now we get some medals. Alright, we're gonna skip past the cutscenes with Vile and whatever. We already saw this. Yep. And yeah, as you can see, we have all our upgrades again. Nice. Yep. I know. Let's go to the R&D lab real quick. Dev. Yep, alright. So yeah, we have to get all of our characters up to 100%. And in addition to that, we have to get all of these. So, yeah, we have to get the Alia Buster, Layer Rapier, and Pallet Bullets. Because, spoiler alert, you can actually unlock the Navis as playable characters. And, yeah, and yeah, we have to get the Signal Blade too, so. Alright, what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna save actually right here. And we are going to go to, Metal Valley, using the Ultimate Armor, obviously, and White Axle. And I'm going to show you guys how to efficiently grind for this. Although, first we're actually going to beat Earthrock Trilobite. Alright, so let's quickly beat this stage first. Just so I can exit it whenever I need to. There was actually an easy way you could grind on the PlayStation 2, but it's not present in this version, unfortunately. Ow. We need a lot of medals. And I mean a lot of medals. That didn't work. Come on. Oh yeah, by the way, do you notice White Axle looks similar to Lumine? That's kind of suspicious. Alright, now, the way I would normally grind for this, just so you guys know, is... way. I think I messed it up, actually. I think I messed up the grinding spot. The way you normally are supposed to do it is you essentially, you kind of, again, I'll show you when we actually beat the stage. I do want to beat the stage first. And then we'll come back here. Yeah, the PS2 grinding method is gone, so yeah, that is big annoyance. That is big angry. So let's just beat the stage first, and then we'll because I think we do need Crystal Wall to get the let's beat the stage first. But essentially, the whole thing is that because that big robot essentially infinitely respawns metals if you hit him, you can use it to grind. So that's basically where we're going to be doing it. But it takes a while. A long while. So that's why I'm going to quickly grab the thing that discounts stuff from the shop first, and then we'll come back here. Alright, so now we're gonna have to deal with this. I guess this is a new thing that gets shown off. Because last time we were here, we fought Bile. So yeah, we have to just dodge his crystal walls, essentially. Not that bad. You can even hear Earthrock Trilobite's voice, which is kind of cool. Ow. It's going on for a while, come on. There we go. Get this, thing over with. Alright, hang on a second. Alright. Like I said, we're gonna beat the stage first, and then come back with the metal, the chip, what's it? The chip, the thing that makes it cost less chips in order to grind. So that'll make getting all the upgrades way easier. Alright, there we go. So let's just beat Earthrock Trilobite real quickly. Take this, exactly. Alright, at least we get a few more medals from doing these stages again, which is nice. Alright. Yeah, Earthrock Trilobite, I know. Let's just beat him. Almost got him. Now he's just gonna use his overdrive attack really good. You may recognize this from when Luminate did it as well. Come on, Earthrock. Goodbye. Take this! Yeah, exactly. Alright, we get a big medal. I think the way you're supposed to do this, I guess, like legitimately, is to just play the game over and over, but I'm not doing that. That'll make it take even longer. Alright, yeah, now we get the weapons, but again, it doesn't really matter. We're basically only in this for Crystal Wall. So, yeah. Alright, let's see what we can develop in terms of chips. Can I get anything else? Alright, I'll get X's weapon up, I guess. Speedy recover. There's speedy recovery, I'm sorry. Weapon up +2. Chain combo. Alright, that's good. We upgraded the characters a little more. Save. And save select. Skip past the cutscene, and now we're only gonna be in this stage for like the rest of the time we're playing this game. Like, we're not going to any other stage. We're basically just gonna be in Metal Valley. Because we're going to be grinding off the big robot. Well, first we're going to get the chip discount, then we're going to be grinding off the big robot. So first we have to go into the stage a little bit again. Let's get past this part of the stage. Really, I guess I could turn on Rookie mode to make it a little bit easier. Alright, so I guess to show off what you're supposed to do. Alright, what you're supposed to do to grind is essentially just stand here. And yeah, this is how you're supposed to grind for money. It's really stupid. It takes forever, but this is the fastest way to do it, unfortunately. And I'm sorry for like the loud noise when we. Yeah, I thought this is where you're supposed to stand, right? Just stand here and use axles, and then you basically you eventually get a lot of money from this. So, because he infinitely respawns the cash. But first, we're gonna actually go past this a little bit, so we can get the chip discounter. We're gonna be doing that essentially for a while. But like I said, first we have to get the chip discounter. So let's get that first. All right. More time to do it. Yeah, it's a dumb way of grinding, but it's kind of the best way you do it at this point. Alright, so now I'll come across an indentation in the ground, and there should be a way to use Crystal Wall there. Alright, so I believe, alright, where's the place where I use it? Oh, I guess that works too, I suppose. Alright, right here. Alright, so here we use this. And there it is. So now we're going to exit the stage. We got the last part. And there we go. But then you have to re-enter the stage a lot, Omega. Like, you have to re-enter it quite a bit. Alright, metal discount. Oh, it's 5,000? Ugh, that's going to be annoying. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do essentially. And do you have to re-enter the stage every time, or because I think you do. Alright, actually let me save first. Alright. Alright, so here's the point where I'm actually gonna turn the game volume down quite a bit. Because yeah, let me just turn the game volume down. I'm also going to turn it down on my end. Give me a sec. Hang on. No, that's not it. How do I turn down specific game volumes on this computer? Here we go. Oh, no, wait, that's not it. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out how to do this on my computer, because I'm still getting used to this a little bit. Alright, here we go. Let's, I'm going to turn this down. Alright, so, now, like I said, the reason I turned the game volume down is because otherwise, Otherwise, it's just the ear. It's gonna be grating on the ears. So, all right. So you guys ready for like 3 hours of grinding? Yeah, that's how long it takes. It takes like 3 hours to get all the medals. It's ridiculous. It's just I can't believe that one of the achievements is literally to get, you know, everything, all of that. It's just absurd. So the first thing we're aiming for is 5,000, just so we can make, you know, the rest of this stuff easier to grind for. And then after that, we're going to be... Let me switch to X here. Alright. Alright, let's deal with that. Alright, so now we grind. Actually, even this is still too loud. Hang on. I'm just going to completely turn off the game sound. Alright, let's just turn it down. Alright, so now it's just us. If the sound is too loud, then tell me and I'll turn it down. But yeah, this is basically what we have to do. We basically have to stand here and just grind for medals endlessly. It's just, yeah, it's not fun. It's just a ridiculous time waster, and it takes forever. But this is the best way to do it, so what are you gonna do? I saw someone like put a wrench on their controller to like hold the button down while you do other things, which is pretty genius, all things considered, but I'm not sure if I'm willing to do that. Like, I think this should be fine for now. But yeah, we're gonna be here a while, is all I'll say. We're gonna be here for a long, long time. This will probably actually take multiple streams to do. But, I mean, if you guys are willing to stick through with me, I'm willing to stick through it as well. I know, yeah, say that to an RPG, yeah, I know. But what are you going to do? Well, you can't just hold down a button, yeah. Now my controller is actually vibrating. So, yeah, like, he put a wrench, and then he placed it so that it screwed onto the button, and then he just, like, sat there, or, like, did other things. It was pretty ridiculous, honestly. I don't know, I'm gonna see what's going on, like, I'm just gonna read some stuff, see what's going on, because, like I said, there's not really much else to do right here. So yeah, I hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving and whatever. Yeah, yeah. Hope you guys had a nice Thanksgiving and enjoyed. I know it's a little difficult during these times, but hope you all still enjoy that. And if you don't live in America, I guess I hope you had a nice weekend previously. So, yeah. Yeah. If you guys have something to talk about, feel free. Otherwise, I'm just going to talk about random stuff. I guess now's a good time to just talk about the Mega Man X series in general. Now that we've beaten all 8 main games, there's still more to do. Yeah, Axel's having a seizure from the flashing. There is still more to do, obviously, besides all the X8 grinding that we're going to have to do. We do still have to beat X Challenge, so we will probably just take one stream to do that. But other than that, yeah, we're almost done with the entire Mega Man X series. So, I don't know, just, this is easily one of my favorite video game series of all time. It's just because, obviously not all the games are great. X6 and X7 are garbage, but, you know, I almost don't really care in some respect, just because I just really enjoy playing the games and seeing the world and the characters, and just the high difficulty is just always fun to experience. What is my favorite Maverick design or fight? I will tell you my favorite Maverick fight in the entire series is Magma Dragoon from X4. I love that fight, especially as X. It is ridiculously fun and challenging, especially if you do it with, you know, without a special weapon. Maverick design? Would it be cheating to say Sigma? Because I really like Sigma's design in almost every game, honestly. Although my particular favorite Sigma design is actually just the one in X1. I just think it's super iconic. But yeah, I love the Maverick designs and Sigma's design in every game. So yeah, all right. Again, if the volume is too loud, let me know and I'll turn it down even further. Like, I'm willing to turn the volume off so that it's just you and I chatting. That's fine with me, honestly, because we're gonna be sitting here for a long time, like I said. So, all right, we're almost at 5,000, which is good, because I need to get the. All right, we're at 5,000, but I'll grind for a little bit more. Yeah, Sigma's design is really good. I guess if I had to rank all the games in the X series, X7 is at the bottom, followed by, or no, X6 is at the bottom, followed by X7. X5 would be next, then X8, then X3, X2, X4, then X1. I know it's pretty basic, but what are you gonna do? Volume's good, perfect. Because, all right. I guess actually now is also a good time to talk about the Mega Man X games we did not play. So as I stated, there are a couple of other games in the series that are not included in the X Legacy collections. We have Mega Man Extreme and Mega Man Extreme 2. Those are two Game Boy Color games that released in, honestly, I'm blanking on the year right now, but I will quickly double check. But like I said, they released on the Game Boy Color, and they, let me see, 2000 and 2001, there we go. So, yeah, they originally released on the Game Boy Color. Ow. Yeah, I turned down the volume because we're going to be standing here for quite a while. Like, you hear that? All right, well, now Axel's dead, so I'm actually going to exit out of the stage. Because we're going to be grinding at that one spot. Yeah, Extreme 2 was released before X6 and after X5. Yeah, Extreme are the Game Boy Color games. And honestly, Extreme 1's okay. It's kind of a, yeah, metal discount. All right, good. So now it's going to take a lot less chips in order to grind for all this, which is good. Can I get anything right now by any chance? All right, I can get chain combo. All right, nothing else? All right, well, then I'll save and just go grind again. I don't even know how many medals I would need, honestly. I should probably add that up, but I'm good for now. I'm actually going to bring in 0 for this. So yeah, they're pretty good for Game Boy Color games. In general, they're fun to play. You can get them on the 3DS Virtual Console if you really want to. So that's kind of nice, but Extreme 1 is basically kind of a Game Boy Color or 8-bit version of Mega Man X and X2. So if you're expecting a lot of original content, you're going to be disappointed. But as a game, it's alright. It is weird how they mapped the dash to the select button. That was kind of strange. But I guess there wasn't really much you could do just because, you know, they were Game Boy Color games at the end of the day. So there's only so much you can do with so many buttons. Mega Man Extreme 2 is more original. Yeah, it's definitely a much better game in that regard. I don't know how you get that thing. Alright. Alright, let's go up here. I don't know. Okay, there we go. And now we're going to be grinding again. Alright. Alright, there we go. We're back in our spot. A little corner. Yeah, Extreme 2 is more original. It includes content from X1 through X3. It has two original villains, actually. One of which is female. Burkana is actually the first female villain of the Mega Man X series, and she's really, really cool. And there's also Gareth, who worked with Burkana, but yeah, I hope they bring back Burkana in general, because she's a really cool villain, and she did not get enough screen time. An interesting thing about Extreme 2, actually, is that Iris is actually present in Extreme 2, because Extreme 1 and Extreme 2 are canon. Extreme 1 takes place between X2 and X3, and Extreme 2 takes place between X3 and X4. So Extreme 2 kind of gives a little bit of backstory as to how Iris kind of fell in love with Zero in the first place, which is kind of neat. And it gave her a lot more characterization than in X4. Yeah, Extreme 2 had like an air dash, which made the game feel a lot more unique and interesting, which was kind of nice, actually. I really appreciated it. It was a nice change of pace. Yeah, Burkana for X-Dive, either as a playable character or as a boss, please. Like I would love for Burkana to be playable. In terms of other games, like I said, there's Mega Man X Command Mission for the GameCube, and yeah, Iris is the equivalent of Alien Extreme 2. X Command Mission is a very JRPG-like game. It's the game I would compare it most to is Breath of Fire. In fact, it's actually by the same developers as Breath of Fire. Like, it's the same production team, so that would explain a lot, obviously. But yeah, it's essentially a very, very by the numbers JRPG. It is fun though. I do recommend. Final Fantasy X is also a decent comparison point. It is a fun game. I do recommend playing it. Just know that it is basic in if that makes any sense. Like it is. Don't go in expecting like a revolutionary JRPG. Like if you're expecting Final Fantasy VI Chrono Trigger levels JRPG, that's not what the game is. But it is fun and it is worth playing. Just know that X Command Mission is not actually canon. It's kind of in its own separate storyline. It takes place in 22XX, but in an alternate 22XX compared to the Mega Man Zero series. And interestingly, it was actually released a couple months before this game, X8. So, yeah, X Command Mission is pretty good. There's a lot of original characters in X Command Mission. There's like Steel Massimo, there's Cinnamon, there's Marno, Spider. I'm sure I'm missing at least one. Cinnamon, Marno, Massimo, Spider. There's Colonel Redips. There's the main villain. Sigma does not appear at all in X Command Mission, actually. Epsilon is the main villain, which is, Sigma, Epsilon, they're both Greek letters. Kind of a cool idea. That is true. The PS2 version of X8 had a demo for X Command Mission and vice versa. So there was actually a demo for X8 and X Command Mission, which was neat. And as I already said earlier, if you had X Command Mission save data on your PS2 or your GameCube, it would unlock the Cutman boss in Mega Man X8. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, X Command Mission is pretty neat. It has never been re-released outside of the GameCube and PlayStation 2, which is big sad. Oh yeah, Ferrum is one of the bosses in X Command Mission. I can get up a list of all the bosses in just a moment. Ferrum's a little weird, yeah. What else? Like I said, there was a PlayStation Portable remake called Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. It was essentially Mega Man X1, but for a PlayStation Portable, which sounds great, and the game is really good. In fact, you could actually play as Vile, which was kind of interesting. Like, it gave the game kind of a unique personality, but God, did it really have to release for the PlayStation Portable of all things? Because the worst part is that game was originally going to spawn like a bunch of sequels. Apparently they were going to make a Mega Man Maverick Hunter X1 through X6, which would have been so cool, but the game sold like crap, so they never made it, which is so dumb. Like, if they released it for the Nintendo DS, I guarantee you it would have sold gangbusters, and we would have had a Mega Man Maverick Hunter X1 through X6. Yeah, it would have been like a reboot to the X series. It would have been great. But they put it on the PlayStation Portable, so the game sold terribly. And there was a similar game for the classic series called Mega Man Powered Up, which was a remake of the very first Mega Man game, which also included two new Robot Masters, Time Man and Oil Man. So, yeah, it just... If they just released it for the DS, maybe the graphics wouldn't have been as good, but it would have sold much, much better. Yeah, that's true. Dr. Kane also got killed really early. And yeah, Mega Man Powered Up would have also gone to Game 6 if the game sold well. Yeah, big rip indeed. Big rip indeed. Alright, I'm gonna grind to 10,000 and I'm gonna buy some chips. And yeah, Day of Sigma was kind of a prequel movie that showed the events that led up to X1. I do plan on showing it, but I'm not sure when I'm gonna show it. Probably after I get all the achievements. So I'll just take one stream to kind of show off Day of Sigma. Because it is a really cool animatic. It's like a 45-minute animated short that has really good voice acting and really good visuals, so... Yeah, also the Mega Man Game Boy games would have been remade. Not Extreme, but like Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge and then 2 through 5 on Game Boy. Because they were originally going to have a release on the Game Boy Advance called Mega Man Mania, and it just never happened. Which is unfortunate, because Mega Man 5 on Game Boy is one of the best games in the series, don't at me. Like, seriously, that game is so fun. It's so good. Yeah, Mega Man 5 deserves a remake. Imagine Mega Man 5 Game Boy in the Mega Man 11 art style. Literally take my money, Capcom. Take my money if you do that. Seriously. Yeah, it's unfortunate that X7... Oh. Sorry, that was just my mom. But yeah, I was looking through Mega Man games to see what I haven't played. For Wily Golem theme, yeah. The soundtrack of the of Mega Man's 4 and 5 on Game Boy are really good. Mega Man 2 Game Boy soundtrack is garbage, though. And sure, because I know someone's going to say it, I forgive you, Mr. Yamazaki. Basically, it's a joke off of how the creator of the Mega Man 2 Game Boy soundtrack didn't really know about Mega Man and didn't pitch the sound correctly, so he apologized for it because, you know, the sound wasn't pitched correctly. Yeah, big rip. Mega Man 5 Wily Star theme, that is also a really good theme. Alright, we have 10,000 at the very least. I'm just gonna stand here until I, like, die, then I'll go back to the R&D lab. The Roland Data Lab. Take my money, yeah. Yeah, Mega Man 2 Game Boy's pitch is terrible. Like, I don't know what happened there. I mean, to be fair, Mr. Yamazaki did apologize for it, so I'll give him credit for credit is due there, but still. Rhythm's pretty good, yeah. There's like a patch that fixed the pitch of Mega Man 2 Game Boy, which was quite nice, so that was kind of cool. Sorry. Alright, we're at 11,000 at the very least. Yeah, like I said, yeah, there's remixes that made it a lot better. Alright, let's see how much more we can get out of this for this run. Yeah, we need a lot of medals, man. We need a lot of medals. Like, I think even the navigators are like 36,000, so that's going to be a lot. And I think you have to unlock all of them. But first, we're going to try and get X-Zero and Axel up to 100%. And, yeah, so that's what we're going to do first. Yeah, I think Quint's Revenge, which was a fan game by Ace Spark, also remixed Mega Man 2 Game Boy's OST. So, yeah, the Navigators... Actually, are the Navigators more expensive than the Sigma Blade? I'm not sure. I'm not really sure. By the way, if you're wondering what the legitimate way to get the Ultimate Armor, Black Zero, White Axle, and even the Sigma Blade are, essentially what you would have to do is you would have to get that specific character to 100%, and then make sure that character gets the final blow on Lumine for the final boss, and then you'll unlock that character's, like, alt. Like, you'll unlock Ultimate Armor, Black Zero, White Axle, whatever. And to get the Sigma Blade, you get 0 up to 95%, because that last 5% is actually the Sigma Blade, and then you just buy the Sigma Blade. Oh, they're more expensive? Fair enough. Alright. Oh, they're not true? Alright. That's not true? Alright. Alright, well now I'm dead, so let's go back to the R&D lab. See if we can, what we can buy. I'll check right now, actually, so. Alright, let's see. Alright, chip dev, to be fair, that I did discount the medals, which is nice. So instead of 40,000, they're 36,000. So yeah, 36,000 each. And then the Sigma Blade is 27,000. So there you go. All right. What do I want to get? I guess I'll get the Saber Skill +2 for now. All right. So we need 18,000. 18,008. So we need 18,000 times 3. So we need 54,000 medals just to get the double barrier for all 4 characters. That should show you how much grinding we need to do, and that's not even the half of it. This is going to take a long time. So, all right, back to Earth Rock stage. So, all right, I think for this part. For now, I'm just going to try and get 54,000 so that I can get the double barrier for every character, and then we'll go after the Sigma Blade, and then after that we'll be yeah, that is weird. So we're going to go after the wish I could have gotten those medals. It would have been nice. Oh, dang it. I wanted to get that. So yeah, we'll go after the double barriers first, and then we'll go after the Sigma Blade. Alright. I'm just trying to get some medals along the way so that I know these medals don't count for that much, but I mean it's still, you know, it's still, you know, is worth something, which is nice. All right, come on, Zero, don't die, please. Oh, well, okay, I guess Zero died. F. Alright, there we go. Alright, there we go. Back to our grinding spot. Wish I could have gotten that purple medal, because I think that one's actually worth quite a lot, but whatever. Well, I meant the robots to die, not me. And then, going back to the talk about the Mega Man X games, the last Mega Man X game I hadn't talked about was the mobile game, Mega Man X Dive, or Rockman X Dive, which, like I said, is a mobile game that came out in 2020, and essentially, it's Mega Man X on mobile. It's not quite at the X9 we were all hoping for, but to tide us over to when that, you know, if that happens, although I think it's more of a when than if at this point. So to tide us over until that happens, they gave us Capcom Taiwan developed a mobile game, which is kind of cool. It's not perfect. There's a bunch of problems. I honestly don't have the game because you need to, like, set your region to Taiwan or Japan or something like that. And I don't feel like doing that on my phone because that would cause a bunch of problems. So, yeah, I haven't done it myself, but I heard the game is pretty good. And there's a lot of fan service that goes into it. So, that's kind of nice. All right. Oh, and also there was a Mega Man X collection on the GameCube, which GameCube and PS2, that, yeah, Android is downloading the APK, but I don't have an Android. I have an iPhone, so yeah. What was I saying? So, yeah, Mega Man X collection had X1 through X6, which was kind of cool, and it was a great way to kind of play those games all in one place. And in addition to that, there was in addition to that, there was also Mega Man Battle and Chase, which was a classic series. It was a racing game in the classic series, very similar to that of Mario Kart or Crash Team Racing. And I mean, I played it. I thought it was decent-ish. I mean, personally, I think Mario Kart and CTR are just better. I think it's more fleshed out and whatever, especially because, you know, Mario Kart got multiple sequels. Now it's on its 8th game, for crying out loud. Well, 9th game if you count Tour, 10th game if you count Tour and Mario Kart Live Home Circuit, but you get my point. Like, it's had a lot of games. Well, actually, if you count the arcade GP games, then it's like 11, 12, then it's 13. But my point is that Mario Kart has a lot of sequels, and CTR has Crash Nitro Kart, which I heard is really good, and Crash Tag Team Racing, which I've heard is garbage. So, that's fair. Battle and Chase definitely has some interesting things to offer. Like, there's a lot of playable characters in Battle and Chase, and the stages are pretty cool. So, yeah. Ow. So that was kind of nice. But yeah, that's the Mega Man X series, besides, you know, X Legacy Collection, which I already... Oh, come on. I just wanted to get that medal. So, I guess to talk about the other Mega Man X Command Mission characters that I missed, because I was like, I know I'm missing some characters. Yeah, alright. I missed, in terms of playable characters, I think I got them all. I got X-Zero, Axel, Spider, Marno, Massimo, and Cinnamon. In terms of, bosses, we got Hippo Processor, Shadow, and no relation to Shadow from Sonic the Hedgehog. We got Wild Django. These are Mavericks. We got Silverhorn, Dr. Psyche, who transforms into Mad Nautilus, if I recall, Mach Gentra, Incentus, Botos, Ferrum, who we already talked about, Scarface, and then Epsilon, Depth Dragoon, and the final boss, whom I will not spoil here because, well, it's an RPG, and I'd rather you all see who the final boss is, because it's interesting, to say the least. And please keep the X Command Mission spoilers in the chat to a minimum, please. So, yeah. But yeah, Mega Man X is pretty cool. And of course, there's all the other sub-series. So far, the only games with legacy collections are the Classic Series, the X Series, and then Zero and ZX got their own collection as well. I'm really hoping... I think Battle Network is probably going to be the next collection just because it's its 20th anniversary. And, spoiler alert, part of the reason I want to stream the Game Awards is because I have a prediction my prediction is that I think Battle Network Legacy Collection is coming out, or not coming out. It's gonna be announced at the Game Awards. Now, is that probably going to happen? No, but I still want to have hope. So, that is part of the reason why I'm watching the Game Awards, is out of sheer curiosity if they will announce Battle Network Legacy Collection. Like I said, probably won't happen, might not happen, but we'll see. And the reason I think Battle Network is getting Collection over Legends, like I said, is there's a 20th anniversary. It's also Battle Network also has a bunch of like figures coming out. Like there's a Mega Man.exe versus Base.exe figure coming out at some point. So there's that too. And there's some other stuff as well, like the Battle Network crossover in X Dive. So yeah, there's a lot happening in terms of Battle Network. We're at 15,000, so we're almost 1/3 of the way to 54,000. 1/3, jeez. Like I said, we need 54,000 in order to get the double barrier 3 times, which we need to upgrade X0 and Axel to 100%. Please don't die. please do not die. If I die, I'll just, re-enter the stage, but still. I like how it keeps classic Mega Man feel with getting a part of their car after beating them. Oh, talking about Battle and Chase. Yeah, that's true. It's pretty neat. It's gonna take forever. Thankfully, after we finish off with this, we'll get to end the X Legacy Collection 2 with a bang, because we'll be doing X Challenge Volume 2, and I'm looking forward to that, because X Challenge Volume 2 is pretty difficult, actually. Some of the boss battles in there are not easy, to say the very, very least. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Yep, we're going to be here a while. We'll see who wins the Game Awards, though. I'm curious, at the very least. Although, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, it is kind of a glorified advertisement. I mean, I will say my personal Game of the Year for 2020 was Bloodstained Curse of the Moon 2 by Inti Creates. I love that game. It's so fun. I hope at some point I can stream it. It's on my Switch, so I can't really stream from my Switch, but if I ever get it on Steam, I will totally stream it. Because that game is very, very well done. And, of course, the first Bloodstained Curse of the Moon, because that game is just as awesome. So. Alright, we're almost at 17,000. Hey, we reached 17,000. Alright, now we gotta get to 18,000. Takes so long. Actually, I might get the Sigma Blade first, because there is an achievement related to the Sigma Blade, so... Actually, yeah, let's go for the Sigma Blade before the double barrier. Alright, let's see the would you rather question. Just keep it not server appropriate. This isn't a Discord server. Keep it stream appropriate, please, God. Would you rather play Mega Man X6 or Mega Man X5, but you have to play as Naked X and you cannot mash through all the dialogue? Jeez. Both of those sound horrible. I guess I'd rather play X5 as Naked X without the dialogue, just because... Well, actually, no. Okay, actually, I amend that. I would rather play X6 because you never said I didn't have to use the Ultimate Armor, so I will play X6 with the Ultimate Armor. I honestly think X6 is playable with the Ultimate Armor, so I will go with that. If you didn't say if I was not allowed to use the Ultimate Armor, then I would say X5 is Naked X, where I can't mash through all the dialogue. So, yeah, there's your answer to that. I should probably change the name of the stream at this point to, like, Mega Man X8 Metal Grinding. I probably will in a minute, actually. We'll see. There's probably people coming in here watching, like, why is this dude standing right next to this robot in a very awkward position? It does look a little weird, but whatever. And yeah, this is definitely gonna take multiple streams to grind for, which is annoying, but what are you gonna do? What you gonna do about it? That certainly is more boring than, I don't know, actually playing Mega Man X8, but I mean, by the same token, I mean, it takes longer to play through the game normally, multiple times, so I'd much rather do this. I guess we could play the intermission stages too, but I think even the intermission stages would take longer. So, yeah. Because you get the red medal every single time you you know, hit the guy, essentially. Or every few times you hit the guy. And at least I can just, like, hold the Y button at the very least, which is nice. Alright, we're at 20,000. I think you need, like... How much is the Sigma Blade? Hang on. Because, like I said, I want to go for that first, because that's an achievement. I want to get that. Let me see. At the very least, I have this other monitor up, which is nice. What the hell is it? Sigma Blade. Why is it not telling me the price of it? Whatever. Yeah, I do hope that when X9 eventually releases, Axel is in the game and it keeps X8's partner mechanics. Speaking of which, what are you guys' hopes for X9 in general? Like, if the game ever if there is ever an X9? Impossible? Nah, I honestly think there will be an X9. My medal account. Oh, it's over 9,000! Yeah, I knew it. Well, it's way over 9,000 now. It's over double 9,000 at this point. And I'm dead. Alright, this is... no, don't quit out of it, because then I would lose all my progress. Alright, let's head off. Let's head off to the... No, I didn't mean to use the retry chip. Oh, well, I guess I guess we'll grind a little bit more, since I did not mean to use that, but whatever. I guess we'll get a few more medals like this. Hopefully I can get the purple medal this time. Whoop, didn't do that. Because I really want to get the purple medal, because that is actually worth quite a lot. Alright, let's see. Oh, jeez, nope. 0 for this point. Ow, that did quite a lot. Let's jump over you, and you. You. Nope, give me that. Thank you. Alright, there we go. Hope X9 brings back Heart Tank instead of having 3. But, oh, just having 3 in every stage instead of 1. Yeah, that'd be nice if they brought back, like, the collectibles. Because X8 kind of did away with Heart Tanks and stages and whatever. And went with the fact that you can, you know, buy it now instead. Which is... I don't know if I exactly agree with that. But, it's, you know, it's whatever. I'm just trying to look up how much the Sigma Blade costs in X8, because I honestly can't tell. I can't find the MMKB page for it. I guess we'll find out once we get back. I think it was like, was it 36,000 or something like that? Yeah, it did feel a little alien getting medals to get collectibles, so it was a little weird, that's for sure. Yeah, how much is the... Come on. Oh, ow. Ow. Alright, now I'm just taking too much damage. Hang on. RD. How do you get the... I need like a list of all the shop upgrades. Oh, I almost missed that. I need a list of all the shop upgrades in order to determine how much the Sigma Blade is, but whatever. Again, I'll just check when I die at this point. Because again, I do want to get that for an achievement. Because basically the achievement is just kill an enemy with the Sigma Blade. Because the Sigma Blade essentially is it kills most enemies in one hit. So I would at least like to get that if possible. Yeah. Alright. It is a pretty cool idea though, having Zero literally use Sigma's weaponry. Also kind of calls back to how the Sigma virus was originally the Maverick virus, which came from Zero, as we learned in X4. So nice callback there, Capcom. This is not. That being said, I take back what I said about nice, because this stupid part. Yeah, the Sigma blade breaks almost any shield, which is nice. Makes doing those parts a lot better. So. I mean, obviously, you can also just break their shield using something like X's charge shot, but the Sigma blade is still useful in that regard. Yeah, maybe I should get a wrench and do that technique, but I also don't want to break my controller because, you know, Pro controllers are expensive. They're like $70. Although, here's one thing that I found crazy. I saw a Black Friday deal, or maybe it wasn't Black Friday because technically Black Friday is over, but I saw a deal that was like, you get the Pro controller for $70, and then you also get like Super Mario Odyssey for free, which is nuts because that game is $60 usually. So you essentially get a Pro Controller in Super Mario Odyssey for just the price of the Pro Controller. That's like... and I paid full price for Mario Odyssey. Come on. I mean, it is cool, though, for those who need an extra Pro Controller, and for those who want to play Super Mario Odyssey. That is one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm glad more people will play it through that way. X's charge shots are only good with arm parts I. Yeah, the arm parts I charge shot, where it's just a giant beam. I'm a fire in Malaysia. Yeah. Is pretty useful. So, right. Come on, I need some medals. Give me medals. Or, I think they're officially called medals, not chips. But yeah, the beam and the semi-charged shot are both pretty useful. Wish all the medals wouldn't be falling that direction. You know, fall in front of him instead of behind him. So, let me get that too. Right. If I stand like right here, I kind of attract the medals for the most part. I forget, is there a special weapon that allows you to like attract medals from farther away? Or not a special weapon, a chip or an R&D chip. I feel like there is, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I'm thinking of a different game, really. 28,000 though. Not that you know of. Dang, that's unfortunate. That would have been. Then I wouldn't have to move around as Axel or White Axel, really. Personally, I do think that Axel might be evil in the next game. Like, I feel like White Axel, with Axel looking a lot like Lumine, was supposed to be a hint towards the next game, but I also just could be spitballing here. Like, I feel like Axel would have been evil for at least the first part of the game, then you have to, like, rescue him or something, or whatever. He would have been controlled by Lumine or something to that effect, but yeah. I mean, I feel like the game was hinting towards that. And then of course they never made an X9. It wasn't even like design documents or something. The game was never even in production, but because X8 didn't sell that well. You don't want another Zero, fair enough. Scrap that. Come on, drop the medals over here. Oh, there's one right there. Oh, geez. All right, so the next time I'm going to die then. Yeah, I think X8, 10... I'd have to look at the VG chart. All right, well, now we're dead, so... I'd have to look at the VG charts, honestly, but I think it did sell worse in X6 and X7, yeah. Like, I'm not entirely sure. All right, how much does the Sigma Blade actually cost? 27,000. All right, well, we're going to get that then. For 0. And I'm going to save... So now we have the Sigma Blade, and let's get that achievement real quick. And 0. Navigator off. All right, so now we need another 56,000. So all right, switch to 0 and Sigma Blade. Look at the size of this thing. Seriously, this thing is huge. All right, so now we just need to kill an enemy. Like, seriously, this thing is freaking huge, and I love it. Where's an enemy? Get here. There we go. Achievement unlocked. It feels so right. See, that's what you get for beating a boss with a Sigma Blade. Or not a boss, an enemy with a Sigma Blade. Yeah, the Sigma Blade is freaking OP as hell, and it's hilarious. It kills almost everything in its path. So, yeah, Sigma Blade rocks. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, that's a lot of damage. Alright, come on. Like, look at that. That guy just died in one hit. That's ridiculous. The Sigma Blade is so OP. It's definitely really fun to use in, like, New Game Plus or something. I really wish it didn't cost that much, though, because then I would have actually tried to get it. But no, of course it costs a lot because you gotta have some form of incentive to get the players to spend a lot more on medals and spend more time in the game. Yeah, it's a combo of Zero's weapon, of all Zero's weapons other than the fan and the hammer. That's true. The Sigma Blade is an endgame weapon. I just think maybe just like unlocking it after you beat the game would have been a better idea. Just like make it literally as soon as you start New Game Plus. Oh, you get the Sigma Blade. Would have been nice. So, yeah. But maybe that's just my complaining. Who knows? Alright, yeah, what I'm probably going to do, honestly, is we're probably going to grind up to 56,000, and then by that point, I think I'm going to end the stream, just because, we've done a lot of grinding already. So, we're going to get X0 and Axel up to 100%, because I think the only things we have left is literally just the double barrier for each character. Yeah, like the armors, exactly. So yeah, we're gonna get each character up to 100% by getting 56,000 medals, and then we'll stop there. So, yeah. Let me see if I can read something else. Has anyone else watched the new Animaniacs reboot, by the way? It's really, really good. Like, seriously, I highly recommend it. I watched some episodes of it on Hulu, and I was laughing the whole time. It's so good. We're Animani, totally insane. Insert word with E. Animaniacs. Those are the facts. I also can't believe they got the original cast back for that. Like, they got Maurice LaMarche, Tress Harnell, and Rob Paulson for the cast. That was really cool. Like, I'm still surprised they got that. My favorite, I don't know if you guys have seen this on Twitter, but a kind of running joke that's been going around is they replaced because in Animaniacs after they go we're Animani, totally insane, one of the characters goes like for example goes have no shamey, or like Pinky and the Brainy or something like that. Like that line is variable. It changes between episodes. So people have been inserting their own clips of it, and there was one that was like we're Animani, totally insane. And then it showed the clip from Devil May Cry 3 where Dante goes, this party's getting crazy. Like, Animaniacs, those are the facts. It was so good. There were some other good ones too. Like there was one that was like, hi, I'm Daisy. Like from Mario Kart. Or there's one that was Shadow from Sonic Adventure 2. He was like taking candy from a baby. And it was so out of place. I love Animaniacs. Definitely watch both the original and the reboot if you can. Like, they're both really, 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 really well done. Seriously, they're fun. And like I said, guys, by the way, if you guys want to like ask me anything, like as long as it's not inappropriate, like keep it keep it PG, you know, because I try to keep my streams PG and whatnot. Or I guess PG-13 in this case, because technically the game is rated T, so just, if you have a question that would not be inappropriate to ask in a rated T game, you can ask it, essentially. But, so, you guys I'm sure know what that means. All I can think of now is Shadow saying, chaos, chaos control. Or chaos Swiss roll? I assume you mean control there. Unless that's like another meme or something that I don't know of. Which it might be, I don't know. Swiss roll? What is that even from? Ooh, the game kind of lagged there. That was interesting. Yeah, I agree, Mega Man X15. What? Essentially, we have to grind for medals in order to get every single upgrade in the game for the last few achievements. So, we're going to basically be standing here for like a couple hours getting medals, because this is the fastest way to get medals in the game. Besides the glitch I was talking about earlier with X-Legacy Collection, or with the original version of X8 back on PlayStation 2. So, yeah, we're going to be grinding for medals just so we can get the last few upgrades and unlock the navigators as playable characters. I guess a bit of a spoiler alert. Aelia plays like X, Layer plays like Zero, and Pallet plays like Axel. Like, they have, like, Aelia can use a charge shot, Layer can use, like, all the Zero's weapons. I think Layer can even use the Sigma Blade. And then Pallet has the multi-directional gun, like Axel does. But, Pallet cannot use A-Trans, though, so she's not a new generation Reploid, I guess, if that kind of lore interests you. So, happy to use the Sigma Blade here. I love the Sigma Blade. It's so OP. Just wish you didn't have to grind for it. All right, 10,000. We have like 44,000 more to go for, you know, just the first part. Sonic Seaside denied. Oh, is that what that is? That that's what that's what from the Swiss roll thing is. Seaside denied. All right, I'll look it up later. I hope it's not like too inappropriate though. I'm very careful about that stuff because I know there's a lot of weird people out there on the internet. I'm gonna do an internet. Whoa! I'm gonna do a book. Aw. Bonus points if you get that reference, by the way. No one really? Surprised. I remember I thought that series was pretty popular. Maybe that's just me. Ow. Freaking giant robot. Ooh, nice. I remember that episode of Phineas and Ferb was interesting, I think. Temple of Watchadoon. I remember that I was part of the Time Warp special thing where they basically put it was like a Time Warp special where they put Phineas and Ferb in various time periods. Like there was one during the medieval ages, there was one in ancient China, stuff like that. And I didn't think those episodes were particularly great, just because they were so one-off, and also, you know, not really canon. So, I mean, it was an interesting concept at the very least. I think Temple of Watchadoon was the best Time Warp episode, though. That one had some good jokes. my favorite one was how they replaced the Perry the Platypus theme. Like, you know, he's a semi-aquatic, egg-laying mammal of action. But they added Ina Fez to every single line because of a joke earlier in the episode. That was pretty funny. Welcome. Oh, we're just grinding for medals. They're airing it with Agent Doof. Oh, that's weird. Agent Doof was a weird episode. It was kind of like a predecessor to the Alka Files in some way, but which was a like 45-minute the grind. Alka Files was like a 45-minute special that aired after the series finale of Phineas and Ferb, and it was okay, I guess. I'm kind of glad it didn't get turned into its own like series because I think it wouldn't have been great as a full series. I much prefer something like Milo Murphy's Law, but by the same token, yeah, Phineas and Ferb is still, you know, is still kicking on Disney Channel and whatnot. The series technically has ended. Like, Last Day of Summer was the last episode of Phineas and Ferb, and then obviously Alka Files as well. but they still air the show from time to time. And then, of course, there was actually a movie released on Disney Plus called Candace Against the Universe. Yeah, new things. Like, Candace Against the Universe came out in 2020. Oh, Dan Povenmire said they never planned on making the Alka Files a full show. Noted. But yeah, they made a movie called Candace Against the Universe on Disney Plus, and I don't have Disney Plus, but I did get to watch the movie. Shoutouts to this one family friend I know who let me use their Disney Plus account to watch the movie. I think it was actually on the day it released. Like, they happened to be over the day it came out. So, thank you to that one family friend. If you happen to be watching this, you know who you are. But, yeah, it was actually, I don't know, I disagree. I actually really liked Candace Against the Universe. It wasn't, Across the Second Dimension was the better movie overall by a significant margin. But Candace Against the Universe was still good. Like, it was still a good movie, and I think it really captured the essence of Phineas and Ferb in a new special. And I hope it brought in new fans. So, overall, I do think it's worth a watch. Just don't expect it to be better than Across the Second Dimension. Across the Second Dimension is probably the best TV movie I've ever seen and probably ever will see. That movie was so good. In fact, I think it's actually the highest rated TV movie, or highest rated, like, Disney TV movie ever, or something like that. Like, it's a really, really good movie. Even if you've never watched Phineas and Ferb, it's a really good movie. Although, obviously, it's a lot better if you watch the show beforehand. It's so good. There was also, like, an episode really late in the 4th season, like, right next to the series finale, called Tales from the Resistance, Back to the Second Dimension, where they basically revisited all the characters from that movie in, like, a one-off episode. That was kind of cool. That would have been nice if that got turned into its own series. I would have dug that. That makes sense that they still air with that episode. And I'm sure Across the Second Dimension gets aired from time to time on Disney Channel. Speaking of Disney, though, again, this is just being very current on December 2nd, 2020, when I am streaming this. Man, I can't believe DuckTales got canceled. That was stupid. Like, the series is so good. DuckTales is literally one of the best cartoon reboots ever. It is incredible. And then Disney canceled it. Why? It just doesn't make any sense. It's so, yeah, the reboot got canceled. Oh, I'm dead, so that's kind of a problem. All right, I'm gonna dive with 0. But it got canceled. It was so dumb. I have no idea why it got canceled. Yeah, the DuckTales reboot got canceled, man. I don't know why they would do it. It's so stupid. Because the reboot is so good. It just doesn't make any sense. It just kind of, it's one of those stupid Disney moves. I mean they weren't, like, done. I mean, I'm sure they could have done more with it. They better not cancel Milo Murphy's Law. Like, that show desperately needs a 3rd season. I understand if they don't go beyond 3 seasons, because Phineas and Ferb had 4 at the end of the day, but Milo Murphy's Law needs a 4th season desperately. All right, come on, Zero, hang in there for just a little bit longer. I just want to... Ow. Yeah, they definitely... At the very least, I just hope Phineas and Ferb gets a 4th season. Or not Phineas and Ferb, Milo Murphy's Law. Because Phineas and Ferb already ended, obviously. Alright, there we go. I should have gotten that for Axel, really, not Zero. I was dumb. So... it was just... I can't believe the reboot got canceled. It was just... Now, thankfully, I do think it is going to finish out its season. I don't know what season it's in right now. I think it's at season 2 or something like that. I think it is going to finish out whatever episodes are currently in production. So I believe they said there was a season 3. So DuckTales will actually get a season 3, but after that, it's over. Yeah, DuckTales is currently in season 3. So it's not like they're going to stop airing episodes right now. No, they're going to finish out the season, but... Yeah, DuckTales Season 3 is current. So, they're going to finish airing Season 3, but after that, it's done. You thought the orange hair main character in Milo Murphy's Law was the daughter of Candace? Nah, assuming you're talking about Melissa, no relation. Melissa Chase in particular. Milo Murphy's Law is so good. That is a really... It's kind of like the antithesis of Phineas and Ferb in some ways. Like, how Phineas and Ferb is everything goes right for the main characters. Milo Murphy's Law is everything goes wrong for the main characters. And it basically shows as the antithesis to Phineas and Ferb, and it's really, really well done. Zach Underwood is also a great character. He's the third main character. It's Milo, Melissa, and Zach. So... yeah, Milo Murphy's Law probably, if it does get a season 3, that's definitely going to be the last one. But, I mean, I'm sure that Dan Povenmire and Jeff Swampy Marsh know that. So I'm sure what they're going to do is they're probably just going to, like, make a season 3 at some point. Because Disney, I know Disney has showed interest in the series. So what they're probably going to do is, like, make a season 3 and then don't make a cliffhanger so that they can kind of, like, let the series end on its own terms. Although I know right now, Dan Povenmire is currently working on his own show called Hamster and Gretel. So, oh, you were talking about DuckTales, my bad. But yeah, I know Dan Povenmire is currently working on Hamster and Gretel, which is like an interesting kind of show that it's a little hard to explain. You should probably just watch his elevator pitch on Twitter, but it looks kind of cool. It's based off the story Hansel and Gretel, obviously. Oh yeah, Big Bang Theory did end a while ago. I never really got into that show too much. I remember, like, Mario got referenced a couple times. Milo could get a season 4. That'd be kind of nice. I know each Milo season kind of has, like, a technological theme to it. Like, season 1 of Milo Murphy's Law was heavily focused on time travel. The second season was focused on aliens. And I think the third season was supposed to be focused on robots, if I had to guess. So... each season of DuckTales is supposed to be more focused on one of the triplets, so 3 seasons always seem the max. That's fair. Oh, Big Bang referenced Pokemon, wait, TGS? Like, because I was thinking the card game, but that's not right. Season 1 is Dewey, Season 2 is Louie, and Season 3 is Huey. Fair enough. Oh, I was about to say, TSG is, you mean TCG? Because obviously, the trading card game. Yeah, Big Bang Theory does reference a lot of stuff. Yeah, no. Oh man, this is really nice, like reminiscing about cartoons though. I heard the new Invader Zim reboot was pretty good. Maybe should take a look at that at some point. Or, man, imagine a Rocko's Modern Life reboot. Oh man. I mean, I'm glad that the Bazinga in PogChamp, exactly. I mean, if they do bring back some of these shows, I mean, obviously Animaniacs is another one. But I don't know if Digimon is still alive or not. I barely know anything about it. I think there's supposed to be a game coming out soon called like Digimon Cyber Sleuth or something. So I assume the answer to that is yes, but I don't know off the top of my head. So. Oh, and, okay, so that is a reboot of its own going. Reboots definitely have to be done right, though. Season 2 of DuckTales finished off the big plot thread Season 1 was building up, and Season 3 feels tacked on in kind of ways. Oh, that's fair. Like, reboots really have to be done right. I'm trying to think of, like, because if you don't do a reboot correctly, yeah, it ruins a lot of what made the original show special. I'm trying to think of, like, an example of this off the top of my head, but... like a bad reboot. Because most of the reboots recently have been really, really good. Speaking of reboots, if you start singing reboot, I just said Animaniacs, dude. I literally was just talking about Animaniacs earlier. Dude, that reboot is so good. What are some examples of bad reboots anyway? Like, I'm literally struggling to think of some, but I know there are several out there. Oh, actually, wait a minute. I just thought of one. The Powerpuff Girls reboot is garbage. Like, that show is not good. Yeah, Animaniacs reboot is so good. Like, it completely captured the original show and all its pop culture references and made it current in 2020. Sonic, but that's a game. Ouch. Freaking Sonic 06, Elise kissing Sonic. Oh, don't remind me, man. The worst part is Sonic 06 actually could have been a decent game if they, I don't know, developed the game correctly and didn't rush it out the door, but whatever. Haven't seen either Powerpuff Girls shows, so I have no comment. That's fair. Yeah, that show's reboot is not good. It is really not good. Although, to be fair, I didn't have a particular fondness for the show in the first place, so, I mean, actually, no. I mean, technically, Ninjago kind of got a soft reboot. It wasn't really a reboot. Like, it was still continuing on with the story, but Season 8 of Ninjago kind of... It allowed new fans to jump in, is the best way I can put it. Season 8 of Lego Ninjago. And Season 11 was kind of similar as well. So... But, I mean, obviously, if you... Longtime fans are still kind of going to benefit, because it is still the same show. And like I said, Ninjago is going to have, again, this is as of December 2nd, 2020, but Ninjago is going to have a 14th season in 2021, which is nuts. Like, this show has been around for 10 years and it's still going. That's crazy. Like, that's actually quite crazy. So, I mean, I'm glad it keeps going, though, because it is a really, really good show. So, that's nice. Yeah, Ninjago is still alive. Like, it's Cartoon Network's longest running show. Season 13 aired in, like, June of 2020, if I recall correctly. Like, it aired, it's still going, it's still kicking. Like I said, seasons 14 and 15 have already been confirmed for Ninjago. 14 is going to air in early 2021, whereas 15 is going to air probably later in the year. So... yeah, Cartoon Network shows aren't that good. Oh, speaking of Cartoon Network, how did I not think of this one thinking of bad reboots? The worst, alright, hot take, worst TV show reboot of all time is Teen Titans Go. That show is garbage. And I mean that in the rudest way possible. That show is awful. Like, I sat through one episode, not even one episode, and I was like, nope, I literally cannot watch this. It is so bad. And they air it like every day. It's so dumb. All right, well, I'm gonna die now. But yeah, the Teen Titans reboot Teen Titans Go is so bad. Like, I don't know what the hell happened there, but it's just it's so bad. It's so bad. I don't know how they messed it up, but they did. It's just not good. Yeah, it's not good. It's not good at all. I mean, breaking the fourth wall is one of my favorite, like, tropes in shows, but that show kind of does it every 5 seconds, and it takes the magic of it. Like, Phineas and Ferb breaks the fourth wall a lot, but not even that much. It's usually once every 10-ish episodes at least is there's a fourth wall reference to Phineas and Ferb. Teen Titans Go is like every single episode. It's annoying. Yeah, I did hear the movie at the very least of Teen Titans Go was like somewhat decent, but I couldn't even watch one episode of the cartoon show, so I haven't seen it. Please get that purple medal, thank you. Let me switch to Sigma Blade. Really? Of all things to have the final Stan Lee cameo, that Teen Titans Go show had it? That's interesting, I guess. Wouldn't really have expected that, but whatever. Also, after I die here, I'm gonna quit out of the stage and save because I really don't feel like losing all this progress. So. Oh yeah, there was a crossover between the original show and Go. I haven't seen it just because I hate the new show so much, but yeah. There's a scene where they walk through Hollywood and make references. That's kind of funny, actually. And then Stan Lee grabs the camera. Oh my god. Man, rip Stan Lee. He was one of the most influential media producers ever, honestly. He's right up there with, like, George Lucas, Shigeru Miyamoto, who created Mario, obviously, and people like that. Stan Lee was a legend. Also, going off that tangent with, like, rip Stan Lee, rip Kirby Morrow as well. He was the voice actor for Cole from Ninjago, and he died really recently at, like, 46. It's really depressing, honestly. Like, we don't even know why he died at this point. So, yeah, I really hope his family is, gets to mourn and whatnot, because he was really cool. He was a great actor. He also voiced Electman.exe and Dave, the navigator of Quickman.exe and Mega Man NT Warrior, to make it more current to Mega Man. But yeah, just Rick Kirby Morrow, man. He was a great person. Definitely big rip. Stan Lee says, "Hey, look at me, it's Stan Lee making my usual cameo." Then big letters flash above his head saying "cameo," pointing at him. Then a guy goes up and whispers in his ear, and Stan says, "Oh no, this is a DC movie. I gotta get out of here." That's funny. Opinions on the Ben 10 reboot. All right. Considering how many cartoon shows I've actually watched, I'm going to be very embarrassed to say I have never watched Ben 10. And if I have, it was one episode. I just know almost nothing about Ben 10. So, yeah. He appears later too, saying he doesn't care and he just loves cameos. Yeah, I've never watched Ben 10. I don't know how, especially because I watch Cartoon Network quite a lot, but I've almost never seen it. Again, I might have seen clips of it or whatever, but I don't have any history with the show at all, really. And I'm not really sure why. I guess I just never really got into it. So, oh well. Oh, that's fair. Again, I'm sure it's a great show, but I haven't really seen it. If you get a chance, watch the OG show. I probably will, because I do actually have a Cartoon Network account, because apparently all you need to do is just register your TV provider. So I'm sure the original show is still on there, so I'll probably give it a watch at some point. I wonder if it's on Hulu as well, because again, I do actually have Hulu, because as a college student, because I'm actually wearing my college's, I'm actually representing my college right now because it's on my shirt. And I go to GW University, but and I'm okay with sharing that because it's also on my Twitter. So it's not like I'm revealing personal information. It's like, no, I literally say it on my Twitter, so it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, because I'm a college student, I actually get Spotify for half off because you can register yourself for that, and then you also get Hulu and Showtime for free, which is kind of neat. So also, rep the Buff and Blue, George Washington University, for any of you who are watching from my college. So yeah, pretty cool. What's your problem with Omniverse, Mega Man X15? How many medals are we at, actually? I kind of lost track. 33,000? Alright, we still got a ways to go. I will never in your life get Spotify Premium. That's fair. It's not really... Spotify Premium is really good if you listen to a lot of music and you travel a lot. Both of which are things that, well, before the pandemic, I did very frequently. I listened to a lot of music during my commute to and from high school. So... I made, and I was on the subway a lot, so I made really good use of Spotify Premium, because you could download songs. And I still make really good use of Spotify Premium, because from now and then, sometimes I have to, go somewhere or whatever, so, yeah, I actually do really, really like Spotify Premium. But again, it's not for everyone, so I completely understand why it's not for everyone. Also, really? They retcon someone's dad? That's weird. That's a really specific thing to retcon. That barely even makes sense. Why? Ow. He altered memories? That is so dumb. That is so dumb. I've seen really stupid crap when it comes to retconning, but that's ridiculous. Oh, he's like the Zero of Ben 10? That's a good comparison. With his Sigma Blade! Love the Sigma Blade. Wait, if Kevin is the Zero, who are the X, Axel, and Sigma then? I assume Ben is the X. Who would Axel be? Wasn't there a girl in Ben 10? I feel like there was. What's her name? He starts out as a villain and becomes a good character. All right. Who is the what's her name? It was like Ben's sister or something like that. Gwen, thank you. Yes, Gwen is the Axel. We'll go with that. And then I guess Sigma would be whoever the main villain is. Gwen Tennyson. Yeah, because Ben Tennyson. Grandpa. Oh, it's his cousin? My bad. But you know what I mean. Yeah, cousin, my bad. Again, this is someone who has not watched Ben 10, so I didn't know that. That's my posture a little bit. Yeah, my bad. Man, there are a couple of cartoon shows that I really would like to watch at some point. Like, what's another one? I haven't really... I've seen enough of Hey Arnold to where I know what's going on, but I haven't seen too much of Hey Arnold. Vilgax? Is that how you pronounce that? Alright, so I guess Vilgax is the Sigma of Ben 10. There you go. Although I'm sure he doesn't say, like... What's one of Sigma's famous lines? Like, ready for your final journey? Or ready... Are you ready for round 2? Those are the first 2 Sigma lines that came ahead. Are you ready for round 2? Prepare to become space dust. Sigma in X4 was so good. Oh yeah, in X7. Thanks for stopping by, fellas, or something like that. Ready for the real thing? Yeah, thanks for coming by, fellas. I can fight you right at my own home. Yeah, thanks for coming by. I love that. It's so casual, and it's said by Sigma to his mortal enemies. It's so dumb, and I love it. Oh, man. Good times playing X7. Burn to the ground. Around and around. Later. Over here. Triangle kick. Sure, I missed some of the other Mavericks, but... Sigma's like, just die, just die in X6, because he's like not even fully reborn. He was like a zombie. Although technically his real name was Hell Sigma in that game, but yeah. He turns from extreme evil dude to casual sitcom dad, yeah. That actually sounds like something Dr. Wily would do. Imagine a Dr. Wily sitcom with all the robot masters from the classic series. That would be weird. I was just reminded there's a Phineas and Ferb game on Steam, but it's not in English for some reason. What? I've never even heard of this. Wait, elaborate, please. I've never even heard of that. Hey, you don't quite complete Sigma. Oh, Legends Wily, alright. That's fair. Freaking... I played Legends 1 for the first time very recently, and when I saw it was Wily's Steamboats, I was like... Dude, you're gonna turn evil at some point, I guarantee it. And he never turned evil. He was just like this random steamboat dude. I was like, what is your deal, man? Like, oh man. And then there's the Battle Network Wily, or Lord Wily in that case. He was a cool villain. But I'm more, I like the classic series Wily more. I love its like Saturday morning cartoon villainishness, or however you want to say it. Phineas and Ferb New Inventions. I am going to look that up because I have never heard of that before. But that is interesting. That is very interesting. By the way, I'm going to... Wily, I'm home, laugh track plays. I'm going to stop the stream at 10, by the way. Just so you all know. So about 20 minutes from now. Lord Wily is Wily taken to the extreme. Yeah, that's about accurate. Haven't played it, but from the looks of it, it looks like a 2D construction game. That's kind of neat. Lord, yeah, exactly. I mean, he is. I think he's literally referred to in the game as a terrorist. Like, I'm pretty sure Lord Wily is literally referred to in Battle Network as a terrorist. Oh yeah, there was a couple Phineas and Ferb DS games. Oh, you finished Battle Network 1 today. Nice. What'd you think of it? God, what was the hold on, this is gonna bug me. What was the Phineas and Ferb DS game? Because I know what you're talking about. Hang on. Phineas and Ferb Ride Again, thank you. I know that apparently one of the Pac-Man and the Ghostly Adventure games was made by Inti Creates of all things. I think it was the 3DS version, and it actually plays like an Azure Striker Gunvolt game. I was like, what? Why does this Pac-Man game play like Gunvolt? That is so random. And then I learned it was by Inti Creates, and I was like, it all makes sense now. Like, it's all coming together. Oh yeah, and Across Second Dimension was also one. That's true. Battle Network 1 definitely has its issues, but overall I think it's still pretty good. I played like the first 3 games a little bit. I haven't finished any of the first 3, but I've played at least the first 3 enough where I can like kind of get a good idea of what the game's about. Can't wait for a Battle Network Legacy Collection so I can actually finish all of them. Azure Striker Gunvolt is so good. Oh yeah, Quest for School stuff on the DS. It has the Where Do I Go syndrome, major difficulty spikes, but the character and battle systems are real dang good. That's fair. Yeah, you definitely should if you get the chance, Omega. Seriously, Azure Striker Gunvolt is one of the better 2D platformers I've ever played. Personally, I prefer the first game to the second game because I think splitting the game between Gunvolt and Copen is a little weird. Like, not each character doesn't get the chance to flesh itself out or themselves out, but yeah, Gunvolt's excellent. That's fair. There's also some PS Vita game for Phineas and Ferb. That's random. Remember Disney Infinity, anyone? It was like knockoff Amiibos. Or really, it was knockoff Skylanders, but you know what I mean. Wow, you streamed the entirety of Gunvolt 2 in one day? That's actually very impressive. Yes, Gunvolt 2 allows you to play as both Gunvolt and Copen, which sounds cool in theory, but first of all, Copen is not a good character. He's probably one of the worst characters I've ever seen in any video game. He's annoying as hell. Because he's like a huge racist, and it's not even like a... And he's just annoying, like Copen from Azure Striker Gunvolt 2. Like he's really not cool, but besides that, like the problem with Gunvolt 2 really is that I feel like by splitting up the game between Gunvolt and Copen, both characters don't get the chance to flesh out their respective gameplay. Yeah, Gunvolt is not Gunvolt. Gunvolt's awesome. Copen is very unlikable. But yeah, I feel like it's not. It just the characters don't get enough chances to flesh themselves out. So I think the first game is overall better, but Gunvolt 2 is still a fantastic game. I still recommend it. I don't really remember honestly because I haven't played Gunvolt 2 in at least a couple of years. Mighty Gunvolt Burst is very different from Azure Striker Gunvolt. Just letting you know. Like Mighty Gunvolt Burst is like a classic Mega Man game, whereas Azure Striker Gunvolt is basically Mega Man 0 but even more high octane. Phineas and Ferb Day of Doofenshmirtz. That's a very weird title, but alright. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated. my favorite variant on that, because in certain Phineas and Ferb episodes, Doof's building, or his building jingle, I think it's called just an evil jingle. It like changes per episode. My favorite one was like Doofenshmirtz, and then it goes really, really deadpan and pans down. It's like Doofenshmirtz basement. And it was so off tune, and it was so funny. There was also one that was, Doofenshmirtz holding a bucket, and then he was, like, holding a bucket full of crustaceans or whatever. Oh, nice. I honestly haven't had particularly a lot of time to watch Twitch streams recently just because I've had a lot of college work, but I'm glad you want to stream Gunvolt. If it was, maybe next week I'll join in on some other streams or whatever, or something like that. I'm sorry, Mega Man X15, though. I'm sorry you struggled so much with Mighty Number 9 with that final stage against Trinity. That was, yeah... Oh yeah, Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated After Hours. And I think that one was repeated at least twice. That's fair. Gunvolt is a very hardcore 2D platformer. And I'm dead. So now's a good time to quit. Go back to the... Alright. And I'm going to save. So I completely understand if it's not your, like, type of game. That's completely fair. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. All right. All right. So let's go back to stage select. We have a little more grinding to do because I still have to get 56,000 or 50, 54, 56. What was it? It was 18 times 3. 54,000. All right. So let's just get to 54. Wow, I'm at exactly 48,000. What are the odds? Lady of the Puddle, yeah. Hollow Knight's excellent. Yeah, I 112%ed that game. I don't actually remember what that percentage goes up to. Actually, 112%. What are the odds? But yeah, I got everything there was in that game because that game was excellent. Like seriously, it was really, really good. 112. I know, it's like, what are the odds of that happening? Oh, let me equip the Sigma Blade for this part, actually. Then he just keeps getting cut off. Yeah, I remember that one. Sometimes when you go Ultra Instinct and become OP, that's the, what's it called? Resonance or something like that? It's basically Jewel powering you up. God, I have not played Gunvolt in so long. It's basically Jewel powering you up. Cassio Sweaty the Swan! I remember that episode. That was the, I think that one was called Steampunks. Cassio Patty the Platypus! My favorite variant on that is when Doofenshmirtz got tied up, and he was like, Cassio Patty the Boop! And then, like, he got a mop stuck in his mouth. Because, oh, it is Resonance. Okay, I thought so. But he was like, curse you, Patty the Boop! And then he spit out the mop. Curse you, Patty the Boop! It's like, why did I buy so many mops? Because Perry set up, like a mop dispenser, and it just kept, and ready for the Betties. And then it kept dispensing it into Doofenshmirtz's mouth. It was so funny. I love that part where Doof has the 3 robots. Oh yeah, from the Across Second Dimension. And march! And then, since the self-destruct button was on the robot's foot, it took 1 step, and then it got self-destructed. Doofenshmirtz is such a great character, man. I'm so glad he returned. Oh, actually, I don't want to spoil it, but I'm so glad he appears again in another show. I'll put it that way. Imagine if Sigma was like, curse you, Mega Man X! Or something like that. Or Dr. Wily was like, curse you, Rock Light! Oh yeah, that was a good episode. I forget what episode that was, actually. And then Ferb keeps getting cut off, and he eventually is like, oh, I give up! Oh yeah, Doofenshmirtz made wax robots based off of Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. That was so random. No, I agree, but I'm totally here for it. That show is so good. Oh, that's true. Wily actually did say, curse you, light! Like, I think he did actually say that in one game. Was that Mega Man 11, actually? I think it was. I feel like it was Mega Man 11. Maybe it was Mega Man Powered Up, but you're right. I think Dr. Wily did actually say, curse you, light, at some point. Yeah, that was 11. I was like, I remember that. Like, curse you, light? Obviously, it's probably not a direct reference to Phineas and Ferb, but that would be pretty funny if it was. No, that's not what he said. He said for Abraham Lincoln, he's like, I'm going to John Wilkes your Booth, which is a reference to John Wilkes Booth, killing Abraham Lincoln. That was a really good line. Nice historical reference there. That would have been funny, too. He's going to emancipate your proclamation. Time for plan B! And then he just begs. He uses a speed gear and then he, begs. Dr. Wily begging never gets old. I love the way, Clement does it. The YouTuber Clement, he's like, please forgive me! It's funny every single time. Oh, man. Framed for a crime and he didn't commit... Well, no, he did actually assassinate Abraham Lincoln, like John Wilkes Booth, but... That moment, oh yeah, friggin' oh man, Clint is a great YouTuber. I haven't watched his videos in a while though, because I used to watch his Doofenpuss. Yeah, that's a good episode. Yeah, Clement is one of the better YouTubers I've watched in a while. I remember I used to really love watching his Mega Man Let's Plays, and also his Sonic Let's Plays, because didn't he play every single Sonic game or something to that effect? He played a lot of them. Clement J462, if I recall correctly, is a Canadian YouTuber who plays a lot of different games, but mostly plays Mega Man and Sonic. I think he's played almost every Sonic game at this point, if not all of them. I think I don't know, I remember he did a retrospective at the very end of that whole marathon. But he played almost every Mega Man and Sonic game. But yeah, he missed a couple of them, but... And yeah, he did reviews for the ones he didn't play. Ouch. Alright, we're almost there. We're almost at 54,000. Let's go. Sonic X with a Leapster. Yeah, that would have been weird if he played that. Tales in the Music Maker. I think he also didn't play Sonic Schoolhouse, but he played almost every Sonic game. Like, seriously, Clement is a really good YouTuber. His earlier videos are a little crude, is the best way to put it. Like, they're not the best, but, I mean, he still has his signature style. It gets a lot... He got a lot better post, like, 2013, 14 or something. Because he's been around for, like, 10 years or something, which is crazy. Like, the fact that he's been a YouTube person for, like, 10 years is nuts. Like, I can't even believe it, honestly. So... Alright, there we go. 54,000. Done. Finally. Alright, so this is going to unlock... Alright, so let's go to the chip dev and let's get the rest of these upgrades. Double barrier for X. Double barrier for Zero. And double barrier for Axel. Wait, I'm missing one? What am I missing for Axel? Oh, I'm still missing a few. Dang it. Alright, so we didn't exactly get 100%, but we'll... How many more would I need? I would need like 26... No, I think I would need 27,000 more to get the rest of them for Axel. Dang it! And I'm still missing one for Zero, actually. What am I missing? Oh, okay, I'm missing these two as well. So I'm still not even close to getting 100% for any of these characters, but... Oh well. Alright, I'm gonna save. Yeah, it was my fault, honestly. I should have realized that, but... Alright, we're gonna grind for like 10 more minutes and then I'm gonna call it a stream. Well, my hope is that we'll be able to finish this on Friday, but I'm not sure if we will, because this takes a while. It's like 3 or 4 hours or something like that. It's ridiculous. Oh yeah, I remember that. So I guess next stream we'll have kind of a casual, like, talking stream where we can just kind of talk to each other and have some fun. I wish I could, like, play some music or whatever, but I know Twitch is a little stingy with the copyright thing as of late, so we won't do that. But I'm sure I can find something else to do for those few hours we grind for this. Yeah, you definitely should if you get the chance to, because it's a really, really good show. Oh, let me equip the Sigma Blade. Actually, wait a minute. I just realized I should really equip Rookie Hunter, like, in the next session. Because I don't even need to not use Rookie Hunter anymore, because I already beat the game. Alright, let me get the purple medal. Come on. There we go. Royalty-free music. Yeah, I'm sure I can find it. Although I still haven't figured out a lot of stream-related stuff, so I still have to figure out some stuff, but whatever. Alright, so we got about 7 minutes of grinding, and then I'm going to call it a stream. We're basically just going to try and get as much as we can. Yeah, Mighty Number 9 is worth... I mean, I think the game overall is okay, except for that final level. That final level is garbage. But I think it is worth playing just once. But yeah, it's not worth anything else. I guess it's still so disappointing what happened there. Like, Inafune got way too ambitious with that game. Like, to the point where it's ridiculous. He just got... He tried to do too much, and his indie studio concept just could not handle it. That being said, I do think it wasn't... I am sad that Inafune kind of left games after that. He didn't really make much. I think he only made like a mobile game or something. He did not deserve that. Like, he deserved another try, because not every game a developer makes is gonna be gold. Like, even Shigeru Miyamoto, one of the greatest game designers ever, every game he has touched has not been gold. Like, he's produced or developed some not great games, but I mean, I don't know. I don't think Mighty Number 9 was so bad that it should have. Yeah, Keiji Inafune does not deserve all the hate he gets. Like, I'm glad, at the very least, I am glad that he gets a chance to redeem himself with Azure Striker Gunvolt 3, because he totally deserves it. Because the first two Gunvolt games are really, really good. So, Mike put it's not great, but it's definitely better than X5. I don't know if I'd go that far, because I do think X5 is a decent game, but yeah, it's better than X6 and X7. I can definitely say that. What do you mean? Yeah, Azure Striker Gunvolt 3 got announced a couple months ago. I think it's a Switch exclusive right now, if I recall. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure right now it's only on Switch. Or it only got announced for Switch, but I'm sure it'll come to PC at some point. Yeah, that's true. There's a ton of games that would have been amazing if they had more time and freedom. Mega Man X6, Sonic 06, stuff like that. That's fair. His words, not mine. I know Mike Kenyon has been very, very experienced with these type of platformers, so I certainly respect his opinion, even if I don't agree with it. Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric, that's another really good one. Yeah, there's a lot of games. There's a Mario game that didn't get enough development. A Mega Man 3 as well, actually. I just thought of that one, because that had a really short development time. I mean, Mega Man 3 is not as bad as like X6, but, you know, it's not the best. Yeah, Sonic Boom Season 3 would be awesome, because the show was really good. What was it? There was like a Mario game that had really short development time. I can't remember what it was, though. Oh, actually, no, I remember what it was. It was Mario Tennis Ultra Smash. That was the game that had a really short development time. And it's garbage. But thankfully, Mario Tennis Aces came out, and that's actually one of the best games in the series, so... At least Mario Tennis Aces got to redeem that series, because I love that game. Mario Tennis Aces is excellent. It's so technical. Like, it feels like a tennis fighting game, almost. It's great. What is my favorite Mega Man series? It's hard choosing one. It's really hard. Generally, I say classic, just because I think it has the most good games in general. Hey, Shivas, I am going for the medal where I have 100% for X0 and Axel, essentially. So, we only have 2 medals left in X8. It's basically just getting 100% for X0 and Axel, and then after that, we unlock the Navigators, and we're done with X8. So, yeah, Rise of Lyric got terrible marketing, that's for sure. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to stream for like 3 more minutes, and then I'm going to just call it a stream because I do have to get dinner and whatnot. It's like my dad always says, whatever doesn't kill you only makes you late for school. Milo Murphy's Law. Ultra Smash is so bad, Scott the Waz woke up and said to himself, well, I got 34 minutes to kill. Oh, that's great. That's a great comment right there. Oh, man. Scott the Waz's Dark Age of Nintendo series was excellent. I think it was Animal Crossing, Amiibo Festival, Mario Tennis Ultra Smash, and Chibi Robo Ziplash, which, yeah, those games are quite bad, to say the very least. Personally, I don't agree with Scott the Waz's order. I think really Amiibo Festival is the worst game, but of the 3, but you know, that's just my opinion. Yeah, Scott the Waz is an excellent YouTuber. He's really got his style down, and he just nails it. He's awesome. Yeah, Chibi Robo Ziplash was a terrible idea. Like, I still can't believe that actually came out. I've honestly not really played much Chibi Robo. I did play the GameCube game a little bit, but I haven't even really played Chibi Robo Ziplash that much. Just like, that's fair, Omega. The stream's gonna end in like 2 minutes, so it's whatever. But also, thank you for stopping by. I heavily appreciate it. Yeah, Chibi Robo Ziplash was just that was a terrible idea. Yeah, it basically murdered the series. Yeah, that's true. It did. That's probably why it was the worst, because it murdered the series. But I think in terms of like game quality, I think Ultra Smash and Amiibo Festival were worse, because it is a playable 2D platformer. It's just not great. So they were all failed because of poor marketing. So they thought, hey, generic platformer. Yeah, exactly. If you're gonna make a platformer game, make it like, you know, the first Mega Man X game where it's, you know, awesome. Or, you know, Mega Man 11 or something like that. Yeah, they killed the series themselves. It was a big F moment. Alright. Alright, about another minute, and then I'm just going to call the stream. Guys, it's got blocks as platform. This gotta sell. That does sound like something Scott the Woz would say, actually. Hey y'all, Scott here. Yo, real talk. I hope Scott the Woz makes a Mega Man 2 episode. Like, cause I really liked his episode on the first Mega Man game. That was a good episode. The semi-dark story. Because, yeah, wasn't GB Robo Ziplash about, like, global warming or something? Not to the extent of, like, Splatoon, but... Or maybe I'm just imagining things. Oh, JK, alright. I know Splatoon is, like, a huge commentary on, like, global warming or whatever. Because if you look into the lore, that's kind of the undertones, so to speak. Or actually, I guess undercurrent if you want to make a pun. But, yeah, whatever. I'll grind to 10,000. We're almost there anyway. And then we'll stop once we get to 10,000. 9,124. Wait, really? Huh. His legal name is Scott. Will eventually review the first Mega Man game Was the Axe, so he probably will. Yeah, exactly. I remember that joke. Yeah, I'm sure he'll make... I wonder if he will actually do the entire classic series at the very least. That would be kind of nuts if he made 11 different episodes on that. Or maybe he'll, like, combine episodes. I know when Some Call Me Johnny reviewed the Mega Man Classic series, he combined certain episodes. Like, he did 4 and 5 in one episode and 9 and 10 in one episode as well. So. Alright, one more medal. Alright, that's enough. Whew, alright, so... Yeah, combine 9 and 10 too. So, that was a lot of grinding. And we're still not even close to being done yet. We still have to get all of the, we have to get the Alia Buster Layer Rapier and Pallet Bullets. We still have to get, the Shock Absorber and Shield Armor from Zero. And we also have to get the Shock Absorber and Shield Armor from Axel, so... Yeah, we still got a ways to go. I'm gonna save, though, obviously. So, oh yeah, you did that as well. So, let's just do a quick debrief. Let's exit the game. I'm going to turn the volume back up real quick, just so I can, you know. Alright, so that should be... Alright, there we go. Hit the Shock Absorber Absorbinator! Yeah, exactly. Alright, so we got one more achievement in that. We got, It Feels So Right. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'm sorry that, like, after we beat Lumine, there wasn't much to it. We were just grinding, but what are you gonna do? So anyways, next time on Mega Man X Legacy Collection 2, we are going to do the last 2 achievements for Mega Man X8, which is this one, and then the hidden one, which is just unlock the navigators. So I hope you guys will join me for that. I'm definitely going to need some company for that, because it's going to be a boring 3 hours. Yeah, the talking was great. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We will be back here on Friday for some more Mega Man X8. So thank you guys for watching. I am 112 signing out for now, and I will see you all later. Have a great night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by.